Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to Season 18, episode number 3911. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. Montgomery! And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has foods that taste better in the summertime. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, a Men's Room shout of the day, fundable listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted. Click, clack. All right, here we go. Man asks a woman what kind of perfume she's wearing, and she replies, Juliet has a gun. Meanwhile, a Penn State professor and his colleague go to a state forest park to soak in the sun on his bare butt. Florida man asks for a ride to GameStop, and when the person says no, he pulls out a knife. Robber apologizes to victim on Facebook, saying he's sorry and needs a life. And a parent sent out an honest invite to their son's birthday party. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. We will spin the category wheel. Thank you, Ted.
Yeah, man, I'm here.
I was going to say Mike was on it last week. I mean, I'm just letting you know. It's amazing how that works. We will spin the category wheel, and then we will ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right, because as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy is the lovely and talented Kyle, who thought that getting T-boned meant someone yelled, "I pity the fool," while having sex, and found a way to answer 14 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
Make a test to play Big Dummy. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the shows, away we go. Welcome to Season 18, episode number 3911. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. That is a fact. Head Chef is back. We made it to summertime. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has foods that taste better in the summertime.
Yeah, people seem to think food tastes better in the summer.
Certain foods taste better in the summer than others, like watermelon, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're just saying, I mean, the study's just saying overall, people prefer foods in the summer.
Right.
They think there's more flavor in this and that, probably because they're using a grill.
That goes a long way.
Okay. Yeah. Summertime foods and the one that tastes the best coming up with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. What else do we have for you today? We'll head on over exclusively to the Odyssey app for the Men's Room Happy Hour. And as we play Big Dummy, we like to do a little Dirty Big Dummy on the Men's Room Happy Hour. If you don't have the Odyssey app, download it now. It's absolutely free. Search for the Men's Room page. All things Men's Room on there, including the Men's Room Happy Hour, the Men's Room radio station, the podcast, Megacast, Greatest Story Never Told podcast, our daily podcast. Listen to the show anywhere in the United States. When you do, sign in. You have a chance to win every hour tickets to see Ghost at White River Amphitheater. Ooh. But today on Dirty Big Dummy, we've got people who have unusual names, but they are real names. But one is not a real name of a real person. Some of these include, oh boy, Dr. Farts, Jack Goff, person named Cash Register.
I know that Dr. Farts is a real person.
You're going to recognize some of these.
Some of these,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, because we've gone through, is there a Mo Lester out there in the world? And chances are, you cannot believe that somebody would actually go by these names.
It's not that someone goes by the name. It's that someone's parents said, you know what, I'm going to name my kid that.
Right. There is a Chris P. Bacon.
I've seen him before, yeah.
All right. Jed I. Knight. Is that a real person? Mike.
I hope so.
Mike Latoris. Is that a real person? We'll find out coming up with Dirty Big Dummy exclusively on the Odyssey app as we give you more Men's Room every Monday through Friday at 6 o'clock. And today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We will spin that category wheel. You are either playing for Team Sober or Not Sober. Brand new champion as of last week. That would be Kyle. He is the biggest dummy. Took him 14 questions to get one right. And as we like to do when we play Big Dummy, we do a little Men's Room poll. And the last time that we did the poll, we asked you to pick one scenario. You could hug a porcupine, you could be sprayed by a skunk, bitten by an alligator, or escape from a constrictor. As, believe it or not, a couple of these have actually happened within the last month or so.
Right.
People bitten by alligators, sprayed by skunks, escaping from a constrictor. The only one I couldn't find a story on was hugging a porcupine.
Makes sense.
But I did find out the effects of what happens when you hug a porcupine. So here's how the...
That's why you haven't found anyone who hugged a porcupine.
Yeah, here's how the voting shook down. So, and if you follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, the poll is up there as well for this week. However, I couldn't see it because I'm not on Twitter anymore. But I had somebody look it up for me. So, bit by an alligator. That is the one that you did not want to experience the most. Only 2% of you said, yeah, I'll take that chance.
Okay. We have 2% of our listeners are from Australia.
21% of you said, you know what, I'll hug a porcupine. The hell with it.
Oh, jeez.
And all those quills going in you. And more than likely, based on everything I read, that means a trip to the veterinarian.
Right. Not the doctor, the veterinarian.
More so than the emergency room, because veterinarians take care of more porcupine-associated incidents
yes, I bet they
than
do.
anybody else.
Could I walk in and just be like, I don't have a dog, it's just me?
I think they would know. If you hugged a porcupine, they'd be like, we already know what you did. Right. You're stupid. We'll be right with it.
But the veterinarian knows how to get rid of those quills.
Technically, other than the boa constrictor, wouldn't it make more sense to go to a veterinarian for any of those? I mean, animal related? I don't know.
Yeah, well, a bite's a bite. Being sprayed by a skunk, they don't want you in there. Escape a constrictor, I mean, if you escape, you escape. You're going to have a pretty nasty bite because apparently the constrictor teeth, which are 80 rows or something like that.
I think it's 80 teeth, and they're designed to force everything inwards.
Correct. Right? So it's trying to, just like a constrictor would, to swallow whatever prey it's got.
And it's still got fangs.
Right,
Yeah.
and they're all barbed.
So if this alligator, you know what? I'm just taking the alligator.
Yeah. Escaping from a constrictor. 31% of you said that. Believe it or not, the number one thing you didn't want was to be sprayed by a skunk. Or you said, if anything.
Yeah, of those four, yeah.
I will be sprayed by a skunk. That won the voting at 45%. So today, we're going to give you kind of a superpower, if you would consider this a superpower. It's a power, I guess.
By the way, someone just added this. It says porcupine quills keep burrowing into the body if not removed.
And they break off inside.
Jeez.
Once they get in there.
Damn.
Yeah. So you're going to give one of these to someone for 24 hours. I would guess this is probably someone that you don't really think too fondly of, or it could be your best friend and you just want to do
one or the other, right?
As a prank. So you're going to give one to someone for 24 hours. The first choice, that would be diarrhea. No one likes to deal with that for a day, let alone a couple days being sick. You get raw.
I just went through this. We got some kind of weird-ass stomach bug, whatever it was. I mean, only diarrhea. And the problem was here at work, and Ted, I think you're the one, or maybe Mike, one of the two, you're like, your ass has to hurt by now because we have the cheap toilet paper at work.
Correct. I went through it like a year ago. whatever. I just couldn't. I couldn't get off the toilet at work, and I mean, it hurt so bad. Like literally, it was a Friday. I was going out with friends that night, and first I stopped at my house and put on some Balmex.
Man, honest to God, when I got home and I should wipe my ass with our own, it was like using a pillow. I had never been so appreciative of our toilet paper until then.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like toilet paper, you could tell the difference, but until you have an issue, then you know why you buy the good stuff.
Yeah. Diarrhea number 1. You give that to someone for 24 hours. Next up is nonstop flatulence. They will be farting.
Does it stink?
I would have to assume that it does.
Look, man, if you're farting all day, even if you're only at 50% stink, you kind of stink all the time.
Yep. Number 3 would be hiccups. You'd have the power to give someone hiccups for a full day.
I don't wish that on anyone. I really
Is that the worst one?
To me, look, I've experienced the first 3 for sure, right? But as far as the hiccups, man, I don't know. I absolutely hate him. I can think of one person I'd give him to because I hate his guts.
And a runny nose would be your 4th choice, which is annoying as hell. But it is. 24 hours, man. You always get the Kleenex. It gets raw. It's nonstop. You can taste it.
And everyone hears it.
Yeah. So those are your choices on our men's room poll. Either give someone diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose.
It's a little different as of giving it out.
I think you're giving it to someone.
I would take the runny nose.
If someone's giving it to you?
Right.
Sure.
But I'm definitely giving out hiccups.
You're giving out hiccups?
Yeah.
I was going diarrhea. That's my first thought. Like, you're this horrible supervillain, and you're not really robbing banks or anything, but just, I'm going to give you diarrhea because I'm in a bad mood. Because, look, hiccups do suck, right? And to me, and part of it, because we talk for a living, so hiccups, not a great thing. They start to hurt after a while. But diarrhea, you can't go more than 10 minutes without, oh, man, I got to make a break for it.
I guess I've had the flu and been at home stuck with, like, diarrhea.
Sure.
But I'm at home, I'm like, all right. Whereas hiccups, even though I'm just sitting on my couch, that's still annoying. I can't imagine 24 hours of it.
You are correct. My thought is, if I'm going to do this to someone, I'm hitting them on a work day.
Yep.
Right? I'm not hitting them on the weekend. Like, brother, I'm giving to this on a Tuesday. You're at 8 a.m. You're at work, and now you have diarrhea. And it's an important meeting day.
Or give it to someone when they're traveling.
Oh, man. Are you about to catch a flight, brother?
I gotta get on a red eye tonight. Oh, do you?
I also don't know why. It can't be you can't be a cop like on duty. You got to be a cop on traffic duty with these hiccups.
Oh, gosh.
So every time you write a ticket,
you all right, man? I'm fine.
No. Just slow it down.
Or if you have a speaking engagement.
Yes.
Like, Mike, if I knew you had the auctioneer.
Hiccups.
Would you go hiccups? No, I go. I'm torn between the hiccups and the diarrhea, right? Because the hiccups obviously are going to disrupt your fast pace. But diarrhea, you would have to make a pass. I mean, like, I would. Or you'd have to poop your pants.
I mean, we've all heard you try to muscle through the shot of the day with hiccups, and it's
awful, man.
It is. And if I had to stop in the middle of my chant every time to hiccup, that sucks.
My dad had him when we went to visit him in April. He was on day 5. When we got there, he was on day 5. They actually went away while we were there. So I told my mother, it must be you. Just saying, get here.
You get hiccups at 4:50.
Yeah, I get them bad, man.
I mean, but it's consistent as far as the time.
For the most part, yeah. Probably 3 out of the 5 work days, yeah, for sure.
It's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
And it sucks, man.
All right, the game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock. Who's our first contestant? Ready to play the big game.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy.
Hola. Chris, you on team sober or team not sober?
Sober, stuck in traffic.
All right, Chris, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. You're going to give one to someone for 24 hours. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or runny nose?
Oh, we're going diarrhea.
And who are you giving that to?
One of my sales competitors. His name's Shad.
All right. Okay.
Sales competitor.
Got the runs today, brother. All right, Chris.
That way I benefit.
All right. Makes sense.
Understand, man.
Good strategy.
It's an economic strategy. All right. Here is your question. Right. What color ribbon represents 4th place?
Yellow?
Wow.
All right, now wait.
One and done.
You're one and done, but as always, we give you a 50-50 question. Now, I got to be honest about this. Our very own D. Ted Smith, huge, not just Star Wars, but Star Trek fan, and in honor of the new show premiering Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Ted has not shut up about this for a month.
Can't wait.
He has come up, and these have been verified by the Star Trek Foundation, that all of these questions are accurate. So true or false?
The biggest Trekkie besides me is VD.
That is correct, right. And they have gone through this. I know they've run it up the ladder, so to speak. So here's your question. True or false? Because of his pointy ears and green blood, Mr. Spock's erect penis resembles an asparagus spear. True or false?
Let's say false.
Oh, I'm afraid that's true.
Super true, dude.
Very true.
Yes.
Again, confirmed by the Star Trek
50-50s are going to be tough
Foundation.
today. Yeah,
I'm not. Hey, man, Ted put this together. He was very excited to give this to me. He's like, dude, Star Trek, Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be locked in the house all weekend doing that stuff.
Hello, Morgan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Morgan, are you sober or not sober?
Sober here at work.
All right, Morgan, welcome to Big Demi. Okay.
I love when people say that. I would do the same thing.
Sober?
Well, I'm sober. I'm at work. I'm sober.
I like how people you want to justify why you're sober. Hey, guys, look, I'm only sober because I'm at work.
I'll be wicked drunk later.
All right, you got to give one to someone for 24 hours. Diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Diarrhea.
And who's that going to?
My brother.
Your brother. All right. I think you should have to sing the diarrhea song for it to take effect. Diarrhea, diarrhea, I can tell by the smell you ain't feeling well. Diarrhea,
She got diarrhea.
All right, there, Morgan. Here's your question. Who is actor Sean Astin's mother? It's an actress.
Debbie. Angelina Jolie.
Ah, Angelina Jolie. So close. Patty Duke. Patty Duke. If you reverse her name, it's funny. It's Duke Patty. Yes, I believe it. Just saying. That's where I go.
Dude, I think his father is a professor at, like, Hopkins, maybe?
I think he does
Somewhere
have, like,
in
a super
Baltimore.
smart... Is it from Baltimore?
I'm almost positive, yeah.
All right. Yeah, well, Patty Duke Patty. That's his mom.
I mean, the dude went from being Rudy to a Hobbit.
Is that are you moving in the right direction? You went to Notre Dame. You go back for your college reunion, right? Hey, man, what are you up to? Honest to God, dude, I moved to Middle Earth. I'm a hobbit. I'm kind of this guy. It's not real bodyguard, but I'm a talking buddy.
And I think as far as acting go, I think, yeah, like Rudy's a popular film, but it's no Lord of the Rings.
I mean, it's not, but still. Do you know his name in The Hobbit?
Sure, he's Frodo's buddy.
Yeah, Frodo's buddy.
Sam Wise. Camp Champ.
Yeah.
Sam
Wise Camp.
Same
Yeah.
Sam.
Ted, you were right. His adopted father, John Astin, was born in Baltimore, Maryland, and he's actually the guy that played Gomez Adams in the Addams Family.
Oh, so they're
For
just from
real?
Baltimore.
Yes.
Okay.
Your dad was Gomez.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
I just remember when I lived in Baltimore, they had like Baltimore Magazine or something, and he was on the cover, and it was like, hometown boy.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I know him.
You know him, just not Duke Patty.
Went to Johns Hopkins.
All right, Morgan.
Oh, he went to Hopkins.
And now he plays Gomez. All right, Morgan, your question number 2 for you. What element appears second on the periodic table?
Hydrogen.
Oh, so close. Helium. Hydrogen's number 1. Helium is number 2.
Okay.
Morgan, your question. What gland in the human body regulates growth and metabolism?
Thyroid.
Bam. Nice work. Nice work. That explains why everyone blames their thyroid for something, right?
Probably.
It's my thyroid. Mm-hmm. It's not that bucket of chicken you're eating for breakfast.
That's why your eyes are coming out of your head because of your
thyroid.
Your thyroid.
bucket of chicken you're eating for breakfast.
No, it's her thyroid. Okay. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Brian, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Brian, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. Give one to someone for 24 hours. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Flatulence, because farts are funny.
They are funny.
And who are you giving it to?
My sister.
All right. Oh, on her wedding day. My sister.
Dearly beloved.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
All right, we actually covered this yesterday based on someone we were talking to. But your question is, what is the tallest you could be as a dwarf?
I didn't hear that, but 4'5"?
4'6".
4'10".
Oh, yeah. 4'10". Oh, that girl was 4'11".
She was 4'11", yes.
Also, not nearly as good as a band.
It was 3'11".
Yeah, 4'11" sucked.
Too many 11s.
Yeah, right? Like Steel Reserve was first. They're like, we're 211. 311 was like, we're a band. And then they're like, all right, we're 411.
What about Finger 11?
Good call.
Yep, just saying.
There's 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven.
Well, that's the goat of 11 stuff.
The goat of the 11s?
I would think so.
I don't know. Spinal Tap. We turned it up to 11.
Fake.
I know it's fake, but I'm telling you, the goat of 11 to me is Spinal Tap, but 7-Eleven, definitely an honorable mention. All right, your question. An ombrometer measures what for precipitation? What form of precipitation?
Rain.
Yeah, the basic one. The
Nice
exciting
job.
one.
Nice job.
How big did you say that hail was in Texas yesterday?
It was 5.5 inches in diameter.
And these things are falling from the sky.
Yeah, basically the size of 2 baseballs sitting side by side.
Good God, man.
Yeah, good
Everything's
times,
bigger.
good times.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Hey, it's Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our next contestant? Ready to play the big game.
Hello, Joseph. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Yo, hola.
Hola. Joseph, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Joseph, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll.
Done today.
You got to give one to someone for 24 hours. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Hiccups.
And who are you giving those to?
I think it's a civil rivalry to always just give it to your brother.
I can do that. Trying to think of my brother, right? It's NFL season. He's out there officiating.
Oh, that's good.
Diarrhea. It has to be diarrhea. Diarrhea, like hiccups are bad, but look, he only has to talk to the crowd when there's a penalty, right? So every fourth play, he opens the mic, holding on. But diarrhea, like, where's the ref? We have to stop play.
There's just no cure for hiccups.
No, there's really not.
And I'm sticking with hiccups, but maybe I'd give it to my brother during like his school's graduation where he's
All right, he's the principal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or flatulence.
Flatulence would be good for the kids.
Right, because
it's a middle school.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
He's talking to middle schoolers. I'd make his ass fart all day.
They would love it.
He would never live it down.
Mr. Smith was farting the whole time.
Principal Stinky.
Principal Poop.
Sorry, kids. All right, Joseph, here's your question. Who directed the movie Home Alone? Who directed the movie Home Alone?
Steven Spielberg.
John Landis?
Nope.
That's what I was going to say.
I've never even heard of this guy, other than historically, Chris Columbus.
Oh,
God, he did a lot.
Did he?
Yeah. Great explorer.
Directed movies?
Yeah. What a resume.
I do respect that he cut it down to Chris.
He had to. He probably be told to call me Chris, not Christopher. All right, the question. The 4 C's for grading gemstones are carat, cut, and what other 2?
I have no idea.
I'll say clarity.
Clarity is one.
No, I have no idea.
Color. Carat, cut, color, and clarity.
You guys know Chris Columbus films.
What else has he done?
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh, really?
This is Doubtfire.
Or
Doubtfire. Gremlins. Adventures in Babysitting. Stepmom. I mean, there's a lot of them in
You
here.
would think if you've done those types of movies and
Right?
you've done that
You'd be a
many,
bigger name.
I would know his freaking
Right.
name, man. Damn, I feel bad.
He did all the Gremlins and all the Home Alones.
For real.
Yeah.
Wow.
He also did Jingle All the Way.
Jingle all the way. Ah!
Turbo Man.
I'm looking for Turbo Man. All right, your question.
Sure.
Which letter represents the Roman number 50? 50.
It's not a V.
No, it is not a V. You are correct so far.
No, X is 10.
Keep working through it.
VX.
That would be.
Is it L?
It is L. Speaking of which, you know the first Super Bowl to start using Roman numerals?
Super Bowl 10.
Super Bowl 5.
All right.
They said it would look better to put up a big V.
All right.
Then retroactively, they put the Roman numerals on the other ones. But yeah.
Oh, that's right. The Seahawks are in Super Bowl 40 because that's why it was XL.
Correct. Size of my average T-shirt. All right. Oh, they were in the T-shirt bowl. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be the most popular size of a T-shirt.
It is. Anytime you go to get XL, at least for dudes, man, because I don't know how chicks do their shirts, but for dudes, it's small, medium, large. Once you get to XL, that's the one that's gone. Then your next best bet is an L, but it's kind of tight. You look weird. But double XL, you just look broke.
Yeah.
Small, you give to the kids. Or fat, yes. All right. It depends if your belly hangs out. It can be tight, but if your belly's poking out of the bottom,
right. I'm with you. I'd probably lean towards all right, I'll get the double. Or squeezing into the L is going to be tough.
All right, here's your question, multiple choice. Talking TV shows here. Hercules, Xena, Warrior Princess, Beastmaster, or The Witcher? What TV show begins with the line, in a time of ancient gods, warlords, and kings?
Xena?
All right. Who was Xena? Who played Xena? Was it Lucy Lawless?
That's the one.
Lucy Lawless. What else did she do? Or was that kind of
That was enough.
She was also in Spartacus.
Was that a TV show or movie?
That was a HBO
Oh,
show?
yeah. It was a cable.
I was like, there's no way she's old enough to be in Spartacus.
No, not the movie. No. She was in the TV show.
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus.
I mean, I understand the point of the movie, but I would have been noticeably quiet.
Honestly, I am not Spartacus.
Hell no, I'm not
It's that
Spartacus.
dude right there.
That one. That's the guy.
Sorry about that, Sam.
Right? Everybody shut up, man.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Tom, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober. I'm at work.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy.
I wish someone would call and be like, I am drunk as hell and I'm at work.
Like that Texas representative.
Oh, God almighty.
Hammered. All right, you got to give one to someone for 24 hours there, Tom. Diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Oh, probably a runny nose and probably one of my kids.
See, when your kid has a problem, it becomes your problem. So I would never do this to if they have diarrhea, somehow it's going to be my problem.
How old are your kids,
If I gave them a runny nose, I would know I gave it to them and they're not really sick.
All right. I'm sure they thank you. Thanks, Dad. I'm not sick. I just have all the symptoms of it. You know who I'd give a runny nose to? A news anchor. I know initially you want to think hiccups, but I think there's something worse about that. Because even when the camera's not on them, someone's doing weather and you can still hear the anchors at the desk. God damn it. All right, your question. What type of food is camembert?
It's tea, I think.
Oh, wait. You said tea?
Tea.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said cheese. It is a type of cheese.
Oh, cheese.
The problem, I thought bear too, because I'm so used to seeing chamomile.
Chamomile, yeah. With the bear.
Sleepy time.
So bears apparently drink tea and they prefer chamomile and they wipe their ass with Northern toilet paper. We've learned a lot about, and they drink Coca-Cola.
I own all those products. Like if you put a bear on it, for some reason I buy it.
How about Snuggle? You own Snuggle?
I don't. I use Bounce.
Oh, he's his fabric softener, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I like the sheets.
Okay, I'm right there with you. All right, your question. Where in the New World did Christopher Columbus first land? Not the movie director, but the actual explorer.
I think Jamaica.
So close, man.
Puerto Rico.
The Bahamas.
Oh, the Bahamas.
Yes.
I like it here.
Welcome to... Yeah, no wonder he's like... Why did he even go back? I mean, the other guys would go back. I'd be like, hey, man, just give him this letter. Like, bro, seriously, man. Like, come over if you want. Don't come over if you don't want, but I'm staying
Just
here.
a picture of him in a Tommy Bahama.
I'm bringing the diseases.
And spending my time, man. All right, here's your question. Robstown, Texas is recognized as the birthplace of what poker game?
Texas Hold'em?
That is correct.
Okay.
All right, Ted, 7 points out in the world of bears.
All right.
They also do car washes.
Brown bear.
Yeah, they do.
Don't forget, cocaine with bears. They're down
Cocaine
with cocaine.
bears? Yeah.
Cocaine
Saw
bear.
the movie.
Yes.
Great paint.
Great paint. Yeah, bear paint. And as far as the goat of the 11 world, Stranger Things character. Main character.
Bingo.
There's a great brewery out in Virginia called Bear Chase.
Bear Chase.
Yep.
Good beer.
Big Bear Lake.
It is. Big Bear.
Big Bear
See?
Lake. See? Why do we always go bears?
Bears.
I think because bears are kind of like, you like them, they're cool, they rarely attack humans.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of the interactions are specifically them attacking humans. Like, you could use a dog. Dogs attack people. We get it. But we also keep them as pets. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're safe with the dog. I'm just saying, whatever reason, like Northern toilet paper might even be the kind. I don't know if I use sharp.
You guys see the bear swimming in the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
There's a black
Bears
bear.
are everywhere. My high school, the day before I got there, DeMatha Catholic in Hyattsville, right outside of D.C., they had a black bear run across the campus.
Really?
Yeah, PG County.
Where the hell do they live in PG County?
I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, people out here won't understand how densely populated this area is. I'm like, I never heard of a bear.
There's no trees there. There's no forest. There's nothing. Like, the bear must live in its own home.
Yeah.
Like, all over 27 Main
That would
Street.
be fun, though, to take a bear, like drop him off in the middle of New York City. Like, here, dude, get out. Just see what happens.
He gained weight eating pizza.
Oh, dude, that bear be like, this is the greatest.
Has anybody ever made Smokey Bear? Like hunted a bear and then like smoked a meat?
I'm sure. I guarantee you, one of our listeners,
somebody has
killed a bear and then smoked it.
Right, you got to make Smokey Bear.
You got
right?
it called Smokey Bear. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
Smokey Bear jerky.
A little twisted there, Mike, but I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Somebody points out the band, Bare Naked Ladies. It's actually about naked bears. Hello, Craig. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Craig, sober, not sober?
I got a little grass, but I'm chilling.
What's that, Craig?
He smoked a little grass.
Okay, gotcha.
Just a little bit. I'm chilling, man.
All right.
He's chilling now.
Men's room poll. Give one to someone for 24 hours. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
I'd do a flatulence for my girlfriend because she's always giving me crap about, my own flatulence. So,
all right, fair game.
I feel like that backfires, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Climb into bed, Craig.
Yeah.
Just let it pass.
Craig, that'll be the day you're really, really horny.
Yeah, I know. Like, damn. I've not timed this right.
The one day.
Yes, the one. Just the one day, Craig. We're sure that you practice abstinence as well as anyone, but, that one day. All right, Craig, here's your question. What popular toy did McDonald's start offering as a prize with their Happy Meals in 1983?
Oh.
And there's actually a show that just started or is about to start about this particular toy if you made them human size.
Trolls, maybe?
Not a bad guess.
Care Bears, Pound Puppies?
Hot Wheels.
Oh, Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. Palm Puppies.
That's a cool.
Was there a thing called Palm Puppies? Did you say Palm Puppies?
No, Pound.
Pound Puppies.
That is actually equally as bad now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, yeah, but those...
Is that an order or a toy?
Palm Puppies sound terrible.
Actually, they're not.
I remember... Is that...
Okay.
That's a palm puppy.
That's a palm puppy.
That's a palm puppy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Give that palm puppy.
That is... Makes me uncomfortable.
Matchbox cars.
Hot Wheels, Ted.
Or Hot Wheels. Both of them. They're like Barbie. Like, I don't think those toys will ever go out of fashion with kids.
They won't, man. I mean, if you give a kid a toy that's a car, he's going to play with that thing. I did. I love those things.
Hot Wheels. I love Hot Wheels.
You still have any left?
Nah, man, I wish I did, but...
Well, I knew a grown man that he collected them. Steve Barrett. He had a massive... massive...
In his basement.
Yeah, I remember he took me to... He's like, dude, you got to see this. I'm like, all right. Guys are taking to the basement. You expect a pool table, nudie pictures, anything. And it's Hot Wheel cars.
And he had a lot of his own car in Hot Wheel cars.
He did. Yes, he did. He would try to buy cars
that were his car.
Yeah, but he was that guy.
Yeah. Still is.
All right, Craig, here is your question. The Colorado River flows into what body of water?
Like Baja California, like that Gulf right there.
You're so close.
That west coast of Mexico.
You said it's in Baja California, and it is a Gulf. If you put these words together, you're going to have the answer.
Gulf of California?
Yeah. There you go, man.
Yes, very good.
You're dancing all around. It's in California.
Baja.
It's in the Gulf.
Baja Peninsula, bro.
Game is up, Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the men's room.
Boo, bitches.
Boo. Brandon, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
All right, welcome to Big Dummy.
Stand up and work.
Okay. Brandon, what are you giving to someone for 24 hours? Diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Diarrhea.
And who gets that?
The first customer of the day that tips me.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
Diarrhea.
We can do this at our events.
It's juicy and it's runny. Some people think it's funny. Diarrhea.
I can think of a couple people at an event. I'd be like, all right, you got diarrhea now. Get away from me.
I think we're all thinking the same person. Yes. Or yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll hit one with flatulence, you hit the other one with diarrhea.
Yeah.
All right, here's your question. Are baked beans baked, fried, boiled, or stewed?
I'll say stewed.
Damn. Okay. One and done. But before we let you go, you got a 50-50 question. This, once again, the Ted Smith put this together in honor of his love of the Star Trek franchise, specifically Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Here's your question. True or false? Lieutenant Uhura was widely known among the Enterprise crew as the Labia.
False.
No, true.
That's true as hell, dude.
True. Very true. When she wasn't around, they'd be like, oh, God, here comes the Labia. And then Uhura would show up.
Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
I mean, listen, I'm a super fan. So these are deep, deep knowledge.
I know. I mean, to you, they're probably, like, obvious. Like, how do you not know she was called the Labia? My God.
Yeah, I mean, I made that list in like 5 minutes.
I know. Hello, Cody. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Cody, sober or not sober?
Sober.
Cody, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, our men's room poll. You get to give one to someone for 24 hours. Diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
I'm going hiccups.
And who gets them?
My girlfriend.
Okay.
All right, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that.
You must be really happy with her.
Yeah, sounds that way.
Yeah.
Throw, we got another bear thing.
All right, what's another bear thing?
Either you own a gun or you're sleeveless. Either way, it's the right to bear arms.
There you go.
Thanks, Jesse.
All right, your question, multiple choice. 6, 8, 10, or all 12. How many of the first 12 presidents owned slaves?
6.
I'll say 12.
Well, they're not all bad. 10. The only ones who didn't? John and John Quincy Adams.
The Adams brothers.
Yeah, the Adams brothers.
I bet they were poor.
Oh, no, we were broke. We had no problem with it.
We didn't have any money.
We were jealous of those other guys.
Spent it all on this campaign.
Oh, no. We lived in Boston.
What are you going to do? The prices, they're sky high.
Couldn't do that.
We had to shovel our own driveway. Mm-hmm.
Right. To feed the damn horse.
All right, your question. What state is nicknamed the Ocean State? It's on the East Coast. No one gives this. It's not New Hampshire, but otherwise, no one gives this state any thought. I don't think ever.
I'm going to go Maine.
I'll say Delaware.
Nope. Rhode Island.
Oh,
we're the Ocean State. Like, you're a parking lot. Shut the hell up.
You're a drive-through state.
You say something, Rhode Island? You let the real states talk. All right. What Spartan king led his... I know. Sorry.
You know what, the hell with it. Screw Rhode Island.
It's just so small. I would say it's like Ted Turner. Someone has a ranch that has more property than the state of Rhode Island.
And you don't meet a lot of people that are like, I'm from Rhode Island and proud.
Suck it.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What Spartan king led his small army of 300 against the much larger Persian forces?
Yeah. Oh. Leonidas.
Bingo. All right, let me ask you this, Cody. If the movie 300 had not come out, would you know?
Yeah, I would. I studied world history.
Oh, all right. Look at you.
Good for you.
I wouldn't have known.
No, me neither.
Big Dummy!
Let's see here. Hello, Gus.
Hello.
Hola.
Gus, sober, not sober?
I'm sober.
All right. Gus, who are you giving diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or runny nose to?
I'll do hiccups.
And who gets them?
I'll say my mom's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Aha. I guess you didn't like him too much.
Nah.
So you're probably pretty happy when she broke it off.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was okay. All right. Don't get so emotional, man. All right, Gus. Here's your question. Multiple choice. The world's first breast implants were given to what animal? A human, a monkey, a dog, or a chimpanzee?
I'll say chimpanzee.
You have a weird mind, bro. I don't know what you're into.
It's a dog, wasn't it?
The dog's name was Esmeralda. It was in 1962, and that was the first time that somebody said, "Look at the boobs on that bitch." But they meant it literally. All right.
Is it just me or?
Esmeralda's looking good.
That dog has some really nice.
I just want to see a picture of this dog. I understand they did it to make sure it's safe for people, but in the end,
that dog got more belly rubs.
Come here, girl.
But you got 6 of them.
Oh, no. I can't believe I'm Googling dog with breast
Please,
implants.
Esmeralda, 1962. If they have a picture, I want to see this dog with boobs. All right. I never thought I'd say that statement out loud, but
Set
here we
them
are.
puppies free.
Yeah, you want a belly rub, girl? All right. You know some kids like, the first pair of boobs I saw were on my dog. Okay. Your question.
All right. There's some pictures that show up, but I don't think that's the right one.
Hey, give me a second. I got to see it. What is the only continent that's in all 4 hemispheres? The only continent in all 4 hemispheres.
Is that the question?
Yes.
Yeah.
What, Antarctica?
That's a pretty good guess.
Africa.
Yes, indeed.
Dude, you gotta go.
Give me 1 second.
I know this isn't the dog. It's just so funny.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, no.
That dog looks pissed that it has boobs. Wow. My back hurts.
All right.
Can't go on a walk.
Legally, would I have to cover those with the bra if that's my dog?
I think so.
Okay.
I wouldn't let that dog around children.
All right. Your question, what insect pollinates 1/3 of American crops?
The cricket?
Bees. All right, Gus, hang on the line for us, man. We have to go to break here.
More on Big Dummy coming up. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Mike Hawk. Join me every Thursday at 1 p.m. exclusively on the Odyssey app as we go live with Odyssey. Join in on the action as we cover interesting facts, top 10 lists, and some fun new games. Follow the Men's Room page on the Odyssey app and join in all the fun Thursday afternoons at 1.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy. We still got Gus on there?
No, man. Gus is gone. Yeah, Gus is gone.
Gus is gone, man. Time for a brand new contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, David. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
David, are you sober or not sober?
Oh, I am good and high. I am not sober.
All right. Good.
That's how David actually beat Goliath. He got stoned.
You scammed the big boy.
David, you give one to someone for 24 hours on our Men's Room poll. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
I'm going hiccups.
And who are you giving those to?
I got a particular coworker I'd just like to shut up for a day.
Okay. Fair enough. I like your style.
All right, David.
Hey, I want to say something about your poll last week with the snake thing. I have actually had to escape from an African rock python constricting me, and I've been bit by a red-tailed boa, and I'll tell you, it hurts.
I believe you. Most things bite you. Why were you being constricted by a snake?
He was my snake, and suddenly he just decided he was kind of going around, and around my neck, and suddenly there he's going, and I couldn't breathe. My dad had to get up. He hit between the two of us. But he just got a little too friendly at the wrong point.
I don't think he's being friendly.
No, that's not friendly. He wants to eat you,
He's trying
David.
to kill you.
Yes. There's a difference between killing someone and being friendly.
I'm just giving you a big old hug until you drop dead and I can eat your ass. All right,
yeah, I was
David.
getting a little red in the face. It was kind of weird.
Hence a constrictor, yes. All right. All right, David, here's your question. Who released the 1979 song Rock and Roll High School?
I have no idea. I've never even heard of that song.
Rock and Roll High School.
Miles did it a lot of justice right there.
Ready to go now.
Just take a guess.
I did. Elton John.
Oh, Elton John.
Ramones.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. They made that song.
Yes, that is very Ramones-like. All right, here's your question. At what temperature does paper burn?
What? Temperature?
I know this one.
Uh-huh. There's a book about it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know it.
I know. I thought of you actually when I wrote it. Yeah.
I'm still very proud I read that book.
It's 350 degrees.
451?
Yeah. Fahrenheit 451 is about book burn.
God.
That's what Mr. Bradbury was talking about.
So I did a little research on this. I would accept 451 degrees Fahrenheit because that's the name of the book, and it's about, technically it's 480 degrees.
Ooh.
So they smoldered books. They didn't quite burn them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here is your question. What Major League Baseball team did quarterback Patrick Mahomes buy into in 2020?
Which sport?
Baseball.
I guess we'll go with the Royals.
That'd have been my guess.
Yep.
I was staying with the hometown team.
Where is he from originally?
Texas.
He's a Texas guy? All right.
Yeah, because he played at Texas Tech, and he went to one of those giant high schools in Texas.
Okay. Was it Rock and Roll High School?
That was a country high school.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Mike, sober, not sober?
Stoned.
Stone Mike. All right, Mike. Give one to someone for 24 hours. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Diarrhea.
Who gets that?
Or wait, let me do a quick correction on that one. We'll go with hiccup.
Going hiccups.
Oh, hiccups.
Yeah.
Okay. Who are you giving hiccups to?
Car club I used to be in. I would give them to the first lady to shut her up.
All right. All right, Mike, here's your question. Which Simpsons character has a doctorate in computer science?
Homer?
Marge. Apu. Oh, Apu.
That adds up.
That's what I'm saying.
My next guess would have been Lisa.
Oh, God knows, yeah. She's the smart one.
Right, but still in school.
Yeah, true.
Come on, man.
Which Simpsons character is more likely to poop themselves, Maggie or Grandpa? That's not an official question, just asking.
Hey, based on the beer consumption, it might be Homer.
It could be Homer.
Homer.
All right, here's your question. Miles, get excited.
Okay.
How many states end with the letter O? How many states end with the letter O?
Ohio, Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
10.
Wow. 10? Swung for the fences there.
I'm going to say, well, there's Colorado.
Correct.
Right, that's the third.
Ohio, Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa.
No, that ends with an A.
Hold on, give me a second.
I have been there recently.
Oklahoma.
New Mexico.
Okay, 4. There you go.
So
yep,
4.
4. Yes, correct. 4.
Oklahoma doesn't end in an O either, does it?
No, it really doesn't.
There's an A as well, Ted.
They end in vowels, dude.
All right, we'll give you that. How many states end in vowels? That'll be next week.
Most do.
Right. Not Illinois.
Correct. Yep. All right. What mostly tropical state also has the most endangered species of any state?
California.
Hawaii. Known as Hawaii.
Oh, what?
Hawaii. You are super high, aren't you?
Just a little.
All right, your question. Which was the first quote-unquote metal album to reach number 1 on the Billboard charts? Was it Shout at the Devil, Out of the Cellar, Metal Health, or Pyromania? It was in 1983. So it was Shout of the Devil from Motley Crue, Out of the Cellar from Rat, Metal Health from Quiet Riot, or Pyromania from Def Leppard.
I'm not that old.
Thanks.
Def Leppard song.
I'll say Quiet Riot.
It was Quiet Riot. Mm-hmm. Bang your head.
Come on, feel the noise.
Yeah, because people dug the poppy end of it.
Yeah.
So it was the first quote-unquote metal album to hit number 1.
I would contest that there's 2 albums out of those 4 that were better than Metal.
It was the biggest video on MTV.
Yeah, it was a massive seller.
They were, oh God, yeah.
Then I suppose you had to buy the album to hear the song, so.
Now keep in mind, some of these bands, like Def Leppard and Motley Crue, are still around.
Yeah.
Quiet Riot had their moment, and granted, the lead singer died, but they were falling down quick. All right, here is your question.
Motley Crue and Def Leppard.
What? Yeah. All right, here's your question. A male duck is properly known as what?
Is he Canadian?
Yes.
Say it one more time.
A male duck is properly known as what? It's also a very famous rapper.
Yep.
A duck?
You just said a duck. All right.
A Drake.
A Drake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Technically, it should be Donald Drake. Just saying.
Question 5, Mike.
That's why that bar was called Drakes and Ducks, or Ducks and Drakes.
Right. Basically, male and female. All right, your question. Next time you see Drake, like, Duck Man. It's the Duck Man. What's up, brother? It's the Duck. All right, your question. What soft drink claims to have 23 flavors?
Oh, yeah.
Pepsi.
Is it Coke?
The Doctor.
Dr. Pepper. Oh, so you said 23 flavors?
Correct.
I thought you were like some varieties, like cherry Coke.
Not varieties. Flavors.
All right.
All right, Mike. Ted came up with this question. What is the name of Han Solo's ship?
All I can think of right now from Star Wars is the Death Star.
That was not his ship. No.
Millennium Falcon.
The aluminum Falcon. Is it Falcon or Falcon?
Well, he says Falcon, but if you want to be, fancy, it's the Millennium
It's like
Falcon.
the Falcon.
They're going what tour? Okay. All right, your question.
Took her down to the dog pound.
Yeah. Brian May played guitar for what band?
Oh.
Still does.
Still does, yeah. Different lead singer.
Great question for June.
Five Finger Death Punch.
So close, man. Queen. Mike, can you look up what a mallard is? Someone says, what's a mallard? I think a mallard is a type of duck.
That's a type of duck.
Yeah.
That's a duck breed.
Yeah, so you could have a mallard drake.
I'm glad you knew that.
I know, and now my man chimes in. I got knowledge. All
It's
right.
a dabbling duck.
Dabbling duck.
That's what it says on Wikipedia. A mallard or wild duck is a dabbling duck.
Okay.
What's a dabbling?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
That cloaca.
Oh, damn. Hey, girl, let me get up in that cloaca. All right. Your question. What comedy duo's movies include Up in Smoke and Nice Dreams?
Let's go.
I feel like you should know this. It's a comedy duo.
You said Up in Smoke.
Yep.
Up in Smoke and Nice Dreams. Those are two of the movies that this comedy duo starred in.
Man, let me rip that bong with Cheech and Chong.
Okay, there's no way this dude does not know the answer to this question.
I don't know if you could be stoned to miss that one. Well, they're old.
Yeah, they are.
They are, but man, he had a vibe that tells me like, hey man, if it's weed related, brah, I know what it is.
I think they're doing a new movie.
For real.
Together, yeah.
Nice.
If I'm not mistaken, they're putting something together.
I think I saw that too.
Somebody points out Quiet Riot playing at a casino in Whatcom County next month.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I will not be there.
You know who's not playing at a casino? Motley Crue and Def Leppard.
Yeah, that's a good point. Damn. Hello, Marshall. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Space nerd. Marshall, give one to someone for 24 hours. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or runny nose?
Man, that's awesome. I don't really hate anybody. Let's go runny nose. That sounds.
See, Marshall, you're still the nice guy. I was going to give you a runny nose.
Okay. Who are you giving it to?
You know what? My son just graduated. He thinks he's on top of the world. Let's give it to him. That's him a little bit.
Okay. Okay, maybe you're not that nice. All right, Marshall.
I'm actually not sober today. I had a drink today, so.
Oh, look at that. I just immediately put you on Team Sober because you're always working.
Hey, I'm off today.
Good for you.
Well, what did you drink?
I'm drinking my Crown.
Crown Royal. All right.
That's a smooth one, man.
Straight or with soda?
Nah, straight. I'm a grown man. Straight.
All right. Catch it straight.
That just got backhanded. I'm a grown man.
Grown man, I don't put Coke or Pepsi in there.
All right, grown man Marshall, here is your question. Princeton University is located in what state?
Isn't that New Jersey?
Damn. All right,
Space
Marshall.
nerd.
All right, let's see how space nerdy you are, because our other space nerd, D. Ted Smith, in honor of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Yes, Strange New Worlds, all about it, has come up with true or false Star Trek-related questions. Here is your question. From Star Trek The Next Generation, Captain Picard referred to Riker as number one because Riker smelled like pee. True or false?
I'll go true.
You got it. Wow. Marshall's going to find yes.
You know, Strange New Worlds came out today.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I thought it was premiering tonight.
Our resident
Premiering
Trekkie
tonight,
knows.
yeah. I mean, that's
but
what
if it already came out on the East Coast, is it already premiered? Because I think...
I just know I'm watching it myself at 9 p.m. tonight.
I know you are, man. Great questions, though, Ted. Marshall's the first one to get one right.
He's watching it with a straight crown.
That's right. Give us a Big Dummy 206-803 round.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Nick, sober, not sober?
I am currently driving my work van, so I am sober.
I'm hammered.
So I drive my regular van.
Exactly. Nick, our men's room poll. Give one to someone for 24 hours. Are you picking diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Well, being that I told my brother I'm on hold and he went to his Jeep to wait for me, I'm going to give my brother Jason diarrhea for 24 hours.
Okay.
Take that, Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
You might want to wait until you're done with the ride. That's all I'm saying. By the way, somebody points out mallard ducks are the only one of the few breeds of birds that mate for life. If a mate dies, they stay single for the rest of their life, which tells me they go tear it up in the pond.
It said they're single. Don't say they stop having ducks.
That's what I'm saying. And look, man, one thing we learned from movies, if you're a widower, apparently women just throw ass at you.
They do.
Right?
Oh, they love
Tom Hanks.
Because you got no baggage. You got no baggage.
Ooh.
No baggage.
Really, your wife died? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm smiling about that. That must have been awful. I want you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if there wasn't single ducks, where would we get duck sauce?
Put them just skim the pond, brother. You know what I found out today? There's a technical word for fish semen. Do you know what it is? Speaking of duck sauce.
Roe.
Milt.
Milt.
M-I-L-T. So if you know someone named Milt, be sure to point that out.
So if you go down to the city of Milton.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's all about that fish semen.
Gross.
It is gross.
It's disgusting. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Man, tastes awfully milty today. All right, here is your question.
Cereal and milk.
Multiple choice with vitamin D. Approximately how long did the gunfight at the OK Corral in Tombstone last? 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, or 10 minutes? So 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, or 10 minutes.
Given the question, I'm going to shoot from the hip, and I'm going to say 15 seconds.
2 minutes?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. That seems about right.
I mean, if you're good in a gunfight, it should not last long.
No. And they were pretty close to each other.
They're real close to each other.
Yeah.
I'd have been the guy that's kind of like hiding behind the door. No, dude, I got you. Just the way you're setting this up, it seems like a bad idea. Speaking of the OK Corral in Tombstone, in what state would you find Tombstone?
Let's go Utah?
Is it Oklahoma?
Arizona. Utah, they would have thrown milk at each other.
Is that where they make the pizzas?
All pizzas, all Tombstone pizzas.
Okay.
From, that's a gutsy name for a food product. Tombstone. It might kill you. All right, your question. What caused the Tacoma Narrows Bridge to collapse in 1940?
Well, I work in Bremerton. I just crossed that bridge. That is going to be heavy wind.
Heavy wind.
Somebody wants some clarification here. Are you saying malt or milt? Milt.
Milt.
M-I-L-T, yes. If
Is anyone named Malt?
And would you eat like, hey, you want a melted root beer?
More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
Explore trails less traveled, just northeast of Vancouver, with a cruise along the North Clark County Scenic Drive. Stop by the Cedar Creek Grist Mill or the Ridgefield National Wildlife Refuge, and be sure to see Molten Falls. Fun for the whole family. Soak in the final weeks of summer outdoors and explore Vancouver, Washington. Close to everything, but far from typical. Enjoy all that summer in Vancouver has to offer. For more attractions and adventure ideas, check out visitvancouverwa.com.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our next contestant? Ready to play the big game.
Hello, Drew. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hola. Drew, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
Drew, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay. Our Men's Room poll. Give one to someone for 24 hours. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Flatulence.
And who gets that?
My center manager.
I just like that in. All right, Drew. Here is your question. Along with Indiana Avenue and Illinois Avenue, what is the third red property on a Monopoly board?
Well, say the first two again, please.
Indiana Avenue.
Oh, there you go,
Hang on.
Once again,
Not the name of it.
Here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
All right, Drew. Watch the dirty mouth.
Say the two one more time, please.
Indiana Avenue and Illinois Avenue.
Don't say what you said.
I don't think there's one of those avenues in the United States.
I have no idea.
Well, guess a state. That's a hint.
Yeah, I said Kentucky.
Oh. Okay. Well, there you go. All right, Drew, hang on. Before you want it done, we have the Ted Smith special Star Trek Strange New World Star Trek trivia. Here is your question. Dr. McCoy was nicknamed Bones because he was down to have sex with anything. True or false?
Well, for this, I'll say it's true, but it's false.
Okay. It's both true and false. You got it right at the same time. One of Ted's trick questions.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Nathan. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Oh,
Hola. Nathan, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Nathan, welcome to Big Dummy.
Thanks.
What are you giving someone for 24 hours? Diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Hiccups. Dude, my brother just had hiccups for like 6 months straight, and I think it'd be funny to give them to him another day.
Jesus, that's a lot. All right. Yeah, jeez. That sounds like living hell.
Can he eat anything without puking, or how bad was it?
No, it wasn't that bad. It was just like little burps. There's some bacteria in his stomach was all wrong.
Okay. All right, Nathan, here's your question. What is the correct name for a virgin cow? Tina.
I grew up in Enumclaw. I have no idea.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, Mike grew up in Enumclaw, and he just mouthed it to me.
Say it again.
What is the correct name for a virgin cow?
You've heard of this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of cow names.
Heard of it?
What did you guess?
I don't know. A heifer?
There you go.
There you go. You got it.
Nobody wants to be with a heifer.
Now, hang on.
Damn it, Miles.
Before we let you go, part of Ted's very exciting Star Trek Strange New World Star Trek trivia. Your question, true or false, Captain Picard could fit his entire fist into his mouth?
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know Captain Picard?
Come on, man.
Jeez, dude.
No.
He's the reason I drink Earl Grey tea.
But he can put his fist in his mouth.
Well, he can. All right, you know enough.
Yeah, that Captain Picard. The guy fits his fist in his mouth.
Is he on the show?
Strange New World.
You have to ask Ted.
Strange New World.
Sure.
Well, see, I haven't seen it yet. I'm watching it tonight.
That's right. I forgot. My bad. It debuts tonight.
Why don't you give him time before he does a spoiler alert, man? Okay. Ted's been waiting for this, and you're already grilling him.
That's the only excitement I got in my life right now, Miles.
Big
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Chris.
Chris.
Oi. No, Chris. You've got to be kidding me.
Chris.
Jesus Christ. Huh? Hello, Julie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Julie, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober right now.
Are you not drinking Bud Lights or what's the other? Lemon drops?
Oh, I would go for a lemon drop right now. I'm just driving home from rescuing my daughter and a friend in Seattle.
Okay.
So, as soon as I get home, I'm hitting those Bud Lights.
So you're rescuing your daughter from a friend's house in Seattle?
Yeah. My daughter and her friend didn't plan on a ride home from Seattle. So,
I see.
Yeah.
So they spent the night. Mm-hmm. All right, you got to give one to someone for 24 hours, Julie. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or runny nose?
I'm going to go run.
Your phone broke up. What'd you say?
I said runny nose.
And who are you giving that to?
I'll give it to my brother.
Okay.
Boy, the old runny nose brother over there. The old snot stick.
Give it to my brother.
All right, Julie, here's your question. In the game of chess, the queen has the combined movement of what two pieces?
Combined movement, you said?
Nope, say that again. Your phone keeps cutting out.
Sorry, combined movement,
Yes.
you said?
Yes, the combined movements of what other two pieces?
Oh, I get it up. Maybe the rook
That's one.
and the pawn?
King. The rook and the bishop.
Oh, the bishop.
Oh, the fifth.
Yeah, the king kind of sucks for his movement.
Well, he can go forward, backward, side to side.
But he can't
One space.
go. One space.
Right,
The
okay.
queen's just
Yeah,
like, I'm going over here.
Okay.
Protect the rook.
All right. Your question, Julie. Pizza the Hut was a villain in what science fiction spoof?
Baseball?
Oh, yeah. You got it.
That's it.
All right, pick up your daughter, get home, and drink some Bud Light, man. Come on.
Game is Big W 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Greg. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Greg, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
All right, Greg. Our men's room poll. You got to give one to someone for 24 hours. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or a runny nose?
Flatulence. I'm in my 60s, and I want one of my coworkers, a female, to get flatulence at the restaurant all night long.
Is she a waitress?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes it better. See, in the kitchen, it stops being funny in a minute, but if you know she's crop dusting every table in the restaurant, good times. All right, Greg.
Exactly.
Here is your question. On what team did Brett Favre start his NFL career?
Miami.
Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta.
Yep, hot Atlanta Falcons.
Were him and Deion on the same team? Deion Sanders?
What year was Favre drafted? They may have been, man.
All right.
They may have been, because he never started there, correct? I believe he was a backup the whole time, then went to Green Bay and got his gig. All right. All right, Greg, your question. Which Central American country has a name which translates to the Savior?
I don't know. Uranus?
El Salvador.
And that was my answer you just heard. But yes, El Salvador. Ooh. Apparently,
Did you like that one?
Jesus. Apparently, I ate roadkill last night, and I didn't know.
You said you ate men's room sausage. Oh, my God, dude.
I told you.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's bad, right?
Jesus.
Yeah, I woke up to this, too, under the covers. Like, time to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. God, man.
I can smell it from here.
Dude, it won't go anywhere.
I think you're going to die.
Yes. I just burst a polyp. All right. Wow.
Is that a dead porcupine?
This is thick, brother.
Stop waving it around.
I'm trying to move it out of my face, man. God damn. It's like humidity in Georgia. It's just like on you.
You both said the same thing. Miles said stop moving around. You said I'm trying to move it out of my face. Like, right, we don't want it.
I know you don't want it. I don't want it here either. I know it's mine. I'm a giver. All right. You getting some of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's bad.
Don't blame our sausage on that.
I would tell you not to get it if I thought that's what would happen.
Would you put some onions on there?
I did, actually.
Did you like caramelize them?
I did.
I love that.
I just told Miles, man, I had Mintrum last night and I caramelized onions. Yes, that is. Are you getting that? I know. I'm sorry.
I don't know why. I know milk messes with you. I just feel like butter does too.
He's drinking a milkshake.
I am. Yeah. It's a combination of all of them.
My God, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that was something. All right there, Greg. Here's your question. Yellowstone National Park protects the wilderness from what mountain chain?
Rocky Mountain chain.
Okay. Yep. The old Rockies. Golly, man.
Don't even want to open my mouth. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Come on, get some of that. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Jason, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
All right, Jason. Welcome to Big Dummy. Our men's room poll, you get to give one to someone for 24 hours. Are you picking diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or runny nose?
I'll be giving flatulence to my wife.
To your wife? But don't you pay the price for that ultimately?
Yes, but farts are very funny, and she makes fun of my farts all the time.
Okay. Does she make fun of them, or does she complain about them? These being two very different things.
She makes fun of them because it sounds like my butt is talking, is what she says.
You should ask her what it said.
Technically it is.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm home.
Shamone.
Shamo. All right. Here is your question. Captain Henry Morgan, as in Captain Morgan, used what island as a base for his Buccaneer operation?
Oh, pirating. Delaware.
An island.
Oh. Pirates. I have no idea.
They were
Blacktail.
Jamaica, that is correct.
Oh.
Tortuga. Generally, if it's pirate stuff, just think Caribbean.
Right. Hence the Pirates of
the Caribbean.
Oh.
Otherwise, I think the Pirates would look different. Come on!
I watched a show on Blackbeard the other day. It was very interesting.
What's one interesting fact about Blackbeard that we didn't know? He did not have a beard?
No. He had a beard. And he was that scary and stuff.
I thought it was a gay guy with a black girlfriend. Blackbeard. All right. Little known fact about Blackbeard. Nothing to do with his face.
It's a show Miles likes. Drained the Oceans.
Oh, yeah, Drained the Ocean.
They were trying to find his ship off the Outer Banks.
Okay. All right, your question.
Except for the episode with the one guy named Oceans.
It's about Billy Ocean. They sucked all of his blood out.
I'm glad you said blood.
They watched him masturbate.
Right.
All right.
Watch him drain Billy Ocean. Your tab.
And your question, in what season is Passover celebrated?
Oh. Spring?
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Nice
correct.
job.
It's always around Easter.
Nice job.
What is Passover about?
Oh, God.
Brother, you had two Jewish wives.
Hang on.
Certainly
I think
you
I
had
know
to.
I can't, man.
And you had to go to the dinners, man. They don't like talk.
All I know is I gotta make a brisket, all right?
Okay. All right.
Passover's the sad one, though.
Yeah. Serious.
Is that the sad one?
Yeah. I
There's lots of sad ones. More sad than happy.
Yeah, it seems that way. It really does, man. Like, you're
right.
You're always remembering something awful.
Is this like with the Egypt thing when they're driven out of Egypt?
Yeah, I think they're driven out of Egypt, and they got it right. You got to
Passover.
You got to light some. Yeah.
So Passover was, if I'm not mistaken, that was the last plague of Egypt, where the firstborn was going to be smited, if you will, if they didn't paint their doorway with like lamb's blood. And then that was the whole thing, is that the spirit of the Lord passed over their homes and did not take their firstborn.
So what do the lambs think about this? Like, whoa.
They're not big on it.
That's a you problem. Don't come out here and slaughter me and paint your doorway, player.
I wonder who.
I'm pretty sure it's Passover. It's the story of the Israelites' escape from slavery and departure from ancient Egypt.
Okay. Yeah, Mike's all about painting doors with lamb's blood. Crazy ass Mike.
Like a Satanist?
No, but he's a Christian, right? Catholics are technically Christians, and like I don't know why that story gets told a lot.
Really?
What if there really was a Lamb of God?
It was. It's what he ordered. He had to send it back.
Oh.
Yeah, little known fact. It was the original Euro. Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Adam, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober for now.
Okay. All right, Adam, our men's room poll. You got to give one to someone for 24 hours. Will it be diarrhea, flatulence, hiccups, or runny nose?
I think I'm going to give them hiccups.
And who are you giving that to?
It's going to have to be my cousin.
What's up with your cousin?
I just figured it'd be funnier than all get out to watch him sit there and not be able to stop and pick up in 24 hours.
Okay.
I just picture you watching him for 24 straight hours. Keep hiccuping.
And I'll be laughing my butt off for the whole time.
Okay.
All right, here's the question, multiple choice. I had to refer to our very own Mike Hawk to fill this out. Who took home the Academy of Country Music's Male Vocalist Trophy every year between 2006 and 2010? Was it Garth Brooks?
Trey Stackton.
Okay.
I'd say Garth Brooks.
That's what I thought.
I'd say Tim McGraw.
It is not. I had Garth Brooks, Brad Paisley, Luke Bryant, or Tim McGraw. It's Brad Paisley.
Oh yeah, Brad Paisley. Yeah,
he was great. So I came into Mike. I'm like, I have the actual name. I want to tell me two fairly current country stars.
I guess that makes sense. Garth really was. Dude, he's always been super popular, right? But like the '90s, right?
Right. All right. Here's a question: what is the capital of New Hampshire?
I don't even know a city in New Hampshire.
Exactly. I know you don't.
Is it
I know you don't.
Montpelier?
That's Vermont. Concord, yes.
I get those
now
two
you
confused.
know a city in New Hampshire. All right, Miles, name another city in New Hampshire.
Manchester.
Oh, good one. Mm-hmm. I have to believe you. You could have said anything.
It's in the southern. It's in the southern part of the state.
All right, your question: what is Barbie's last name? Since the movie's coming out, or it's already out. Yeah, Mike.
Doll.
What did you say?
Doll.
Doll.
Barbie Doll.
That's what name? Ted, I'll give you a hint. There are other actresses that have the same last name. Doris, who used to be on Seinfeld. Birch. Robin, who's on Good Morning America. Julia, who has big teeth.
Roberts?
Lewis? Roberts. It is in fact Roberts. Barbie Millicent Roberts.
Do you know her sisters' names?
Barbie's?
Yeah.
She have sisters?
Oh, yeah, they got their own shows and stuff.
What? Are you making this up?
No, man.
I believe you.
Chelsea has a show, and then there's one that has all the sisters, and Skipper's in there.
How many sisters does she have?
I think I don't know if there's 2 or 3.
All right.
I'm fairly confident Skipper's the youngest one.
Does she have any brothers?
Well, she was.
She likes black dudes. You know what I'm talking about. She's had lots of brothers.
It's a good point. No, but I know she has sisters. That's like the new craze.
Well, the brother's something different. All right.
That would be odd if Barbie had a brother.
I know.
I'm Barbie's brother. Yeah.
All right, here's the question. Where is the Museum of Pop Culture located?
Seattle.
Okay.
You got it.
Very good, very good.
All right, not bad today.
Head Chef coming up with foods that taste better in the summertime. You are listening to the men's.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Call State Farm agent Sierra Belleville in Bellingham today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasson.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Hey, Jeff, on the way. Ted's Meat Potatoes has the food that tastes better in the summertime. First time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got
For time, we'll jump right into the birthdays, guys. I appreciate all the birthday requests you do. It's the best part of my drive home. A wonderful birthday shout out to my niece, Megan. She just turned 19 and is ripe for some captain abuse. Oh, so can I get a fart there? And the captain describing his first experience working in fast food. That from her Uncle Raymond.
Ooh, well, ahoy there. You know, my first job, the old captain actually worked in fast food. I worked at Wendy's with Wendy herself. And that freaky little ginger taught the old Capitan a thing or two. One time she asked me if I liked finger food. I said yes. She lifted her apron. And upon seeing her in other regions, I decided to work at Arby's. I just couldn't get roast beef off my mind. And she couldn't get horsey sauce out of her hair. Crunch berries.
Guys, could you wish my darling wife, Erin, a very happy birthday with the Dirty Germans talking about what to do as a high school teacher in the last week of school. Maybe a fart, too. Oh, thanks, guys, and appreciation for the loving husband, Ken.
Yeah, if you're a high school teacher, let's see last week of school. I believe it's this week you open the bottom drawer, pull out your handle of Jack Daniels, and drink openly in front of them.
Yeah, you get to go inside famous last day of school happy hour with us the teachers. And then there'll be one, we'll call her Becky. You can blame her for the shots.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, every teacher I know, they always go, yeah, and then old Becky, or like, and then Jimbo said we got to do shots. Like, you're all teachers, you're all boozers.
Right. Yeah, but you drank them.
But Charles, we want to wish our daughter Danica a very happy 20th. It would be great if she could get a Suck It Up cupcake, a Bruce Willis roof that does not leak, and the captain giving her advice for this fall when she starts her junior year at Western Washington University. That's where my daughter went. We love you, Bear. Thanks, guys. That from the mom and the dad.
So suck it up, cupcake.
She got a roof to Ooh, well, ahoy there. The first thing I would say is don't mention Miles' daughter. Bad things will happen. She went there and left what we'll call a legacy. The one time I went to...
Oh, wow. Jesus. Miles catching strays from the captain.
Golly. Well, she threw a hell of a party, even invited Tony the Tiger, but the police showed up when he played a game called Do You Want to See the Black and Orange Pipe Cleaner? It wasn't a pipe cleaner. Crunch berries.
Guys, my name is Zach. I turned 35 today. Can I get a big old bong rip? And the Dirty Germans talking about wings.
Big old bong, and we're talking about wings.
Wings. Yes, wings.
The food, I assume.
I would guess so. Which are delicious. God, I'm craving wings now.
Yeah, you know, chicken wings are not so big in Deutschland. However, I am been known to eat a red wing or two.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is, over here in Germany, we still watch the show Wings.
Yeah.
We find it to be the highest caliber of comedies from your United States.
Yeah. It's unlawful to watch it with your pants on.
That's kind of an underrated show, though.
I liked Wings.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Actually, it was. All right. What else
it seems about right. Wings is big in Europe right now.
All right. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, have you seen the Wings?
Happy 22nd birthday to my son, Cole, a.k.a. Kobo, a.k.a. Skeezix. He's home in time to celebrate from being stationed in Korea for 9 months. Thank you for your service. Have fun with the boys tonight in Tacoma and Uber. So how about Coach Ted giving some advice on how to survive on a night of drinking? Lots of love. That from the mom.
All right, first of all, Mom's correct. Use an Uber. And even if it seems like it's expensive, don't sweat it. It won't be that expensive. Split it up with your buddies. You all have Venmo. Number 2, try to mix in some waters. Coach sucks at this too sometimes, but try to mix them in. Number 3, eat a banana before bed. It'll help potassiumize all the alcohol in your
Potassiumize.
That's a real word. You've been
real word. It's Coach speak.
Jesus.
I would say number 4, go to some cool bars, man. Actually, Tacoma's awesome.
Oh, yeah, dude. If you're going to throw down a drink, that's a place.
Yeah, you can just walk up and down 6th.
No kidding. Guys, want to wish a big happy birthday to my homie Mike, a.k.a. G Dizzle. He's been an amazing friend all these years. Truck driver that delivers delicious booze to the masses and deserves a drink all the rain years he can. So can I please get a bagel guy, a Joey Chestnut, and you guys talking all over each other about truck drivers and IPAs. Thanks, guys, and cheers. That from Nathan.
You're not God or my father or my boss.
Chestnut! You don't want to mix this.
Truck drivers, but I feel like you make it really bad things happen in the scene when Terminator 2 was trying to kill that guy. He was just drunk out in his ass. That's all bite that he wanted.
More of a Bush Light crowd.
Guys, I've never done something like this before, so here I go. I'd love it if you guys could give a very special birthday shout out to a longtime loyal listener, my husband, Jacob. He is turning 30. He's been listening to you guys since he was a kid.
I feel old.
I want to make his day special, so if you could throw in some dirty Germans, that'd be perfect. Thanks, guys. That from the lovely Sarah.
Yeah, for your 30th birthday, we do what's called the 30 position. Basically, you form your shape into the shape of a 3, and then you watch her have the big O.
Yeah, well, you just watch 3 guys. three Germans attack the O.
Yeah, basically, the 3 stands for all of the orifices that you will be exploring tonight with your girlfriend, and the O will be your expression when you are done.
Yeah, think of her as a boat with holes in it, so they all need to be plugged.
Yeah, we call it the Squirty 30.
Now, you ladies, all liquor and pudding. I want to give a huge birthday shout out to one of the best dudes out there, Russell J. He'd like your penis is too small. Maybe the captain and the dirty German telling him how dirty he is since he's a garbage truck driver. Thanks so much and rock on. That from Taylor.
Ooh, well, there. It's funny you bring up garbage truck drivers. You know, the oat man, a Quaker oat man. He was nicknamed the garbage truck driver, but only because we nicknamed Betty Crocker's ass the garbage truck. I think you know my meaning. Crunch Berries. Yeah, the best thing about being a garbage truck driver is that anyone who wants to have sex with you knows that you're down for anything. Do they stink? Doesn't matter. Are they sticky for no reason? It does not matter. Did you find a banana peel under her skirt? It does not matter.
Yeah, the funny thing is that Cyril and I frequent a club in Germany. It's in Berlin. Called Trash Trucks. So not allowed to shower 3 days before you show up.
Guys, it's my little nephew's 30th birthday today. I want to wish Benny a very happy birthday. Loves the men's room, listens to your podcast religiously. I turned him on to your show when he was visiting the Seattle area. He's currently in the Air Force, stationed in Dover, Delaware.
Dover!
Lucky you!
Listened to your show in many countries over the years. Last time he was broke down a McCord, waiting for parts. He hit up the Winco to get men's room ready to try it out and bring it back to the East Coast. He even looked for you guys a salsa. But today he is fishing in Pennsylvania. Please wish Benny a dirty German happy 30th birthday. Lots of love from his Aunt Kristen.
Yeah, we know what she means when she says you're fishing right now. We all do. I hope you brought a big bait to catch all the big mouth bass you can.
Yeah. So if you're lucky, sometimes the little smallmouth bass are fun too.
Yeah. And you add to the milk.
So just make sure you have your law out.
Bedroom, today is my son Robert Daniel's birthday. Can you please wish him a happy birthday from his mother, Melody Bales? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Just give him a random sound effect there since Melody doesn't see what she wants. But
that's a shame.
Uh-oh, look out.
Yeah. Good looking picture on the email there, Melody.
All right.
You can't see it here.
I didn't see the picture on the email.
Oh, well, it just had like a little face one on my email.
Oh, okay. And all of y'all's liquor and whores, I made it to my ma many moons and 55 years so far. Can I get a bong rip? Turtle sex with a fart. By the way, here's a bad joke for you. How does a woman hold her liquor?
How?
Can BC.
Oh.
Yeah. right, guys, here we go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat. And potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks. I think first today we'll start with yesterday the topic of ginger beer came up.
Yeah. I thought it was a beer flavored with ginger.
Right. I said it was not. I guess there is some ginger beers that actually have alcohol in them. To me, ginger beer is just like the one Miles has there. There's different brands. There's the famous Rachel's Ginger Beer in the market.
I recognize that name. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a ton of... To me, ginger beer is just a tonic, if you will, without alcohol.
I truly did not know that until you pointed it out yesterday. And I've never had it, and I didn't try it because, like I was saying to you, man, just the idea of ginger and beer together sounds terrible. And that's when you looked at me like I'm an idiot and said, well,
I've never seen a pull tab like that.
Yeah, do you need help?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I do. It says, Ted, just so you know, pull out.
All right.
Then up.
Come on. I've given that advice to... What?
It says pull out, then up.
Oh,
look at you go!
Wham! All right, give it pour me a little shot of it. I love that stuff.
Okay.
It's a good alternative, good mixer. But like, especially if you're going through like a little dry period or whatever, go out for dinner, get yourself a ginger beer, man.
We make good beer.
Yeah,
that's gingers.
We do. I don't know why I'm holding mine like I'm hammered.
There's a lot of crap floating around there. Mike, you want the rest of this?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Sediment, if you will.
I don't know.
Cheers.
It's all news to me.
See, much more gingery than a ginger ale.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's not bad at all. That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, really, really good.
It does taste very similar to a ginger ale, but it's good.
Yeah, I feel like it's got a little more kick to it than a ginger ale. Also, the main ingredient, once again, in a Moscow Mule.
Is this stuff good for you? Is that why they encourage you to drink this?
I don't know.
Ginger ale is like eases your stomach.
I don't even know if that's true. I think anyone's going to encourage you to drink their product and say,
it's really good for you, like water.
Right, water's just sitting out there being like, hey, we're the gold standard.
We're the gold standard. You're made of us. You need us. You know what, man?
Not bad.
That was pretty damn good.
Yeah, well,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll take a little more, yes.
Even if you've already had a couple beers or whatever, like you're sitting at a restaurant, like get a ginger beer, or you're sitting around the house, like they're good, man. But again, for somebody like myself who enjoys a beverage, that's a nice little kind of right, because it has more bite than a soda
for sure, and it would absolutely make a great mixer, man.
Yeah,
I know I'm not breaking new ground here. I'm just saying now that I've had it, yeah, I can see how that's a mixer.
Mixed with some vodka, maybe some mint.
All right, so everybody loves summertime, right? You're out in the sun. There's barbecues, vacations. Like they say this, being very aware of how often people around you shower. But also, there's a new survey that came out in a new poll. 71% of people said foods taste better in the summer.
Now, is it that foods taste better, or the foods that we tend to eat in the summer we enjoy more than winter?
So I can't tell. They say certain foods taste better in the summer, particularly, and the Miles, you came out with it, watermelon, which also, like, I don't know that we need a study on this. It's watermelon season is the summer.
That probably goes a long way toward the watermelon you're eating, right?
Like hot dogs. And you really like hot dogs without a lot of condiments. I mean, you don't, like in the wintertime,
right? More often going to load
you put more sauerkraut on there, put like chili and cheese.
You're right.
But with summertime, you just put a little mustard on there, maybe some onions if you like. And
hot dogs made the list.
Disgusting people put ketchup on it.
Well, and Miles is right. I don't know why, but like I'm with you. I'm team ketchup.
Are you?
Let's go.
Remember, the theory that it's a sacrilege to put ketchup on a hot dog comes from Chicago. And what do they put on their hot dogs?
Ketchup.
Tomatoes.
I didn't say it's sacrilege. I said it is disgusting, foul,
you don't
and beneath me, but not sacrilege.
I know a lot of people that say that, and I go, you just know somebody from Chicago that taught you that.
Ted, you'll never believe who's chirping in my ear as we speak.
Yeah, who's from Chicago.
Look, I don't think dog poop is sacrilege. I just think, much like ketchup on a hot dog, it's disgusting, foul, and not something I want to interact with. That's all.
I like
my parents used to put ketchup on every time. As a kid, parents make decisions about what you want on your food. And my parents, if I got a hot dog, before you could say anything, they're like squirting ketchup on it. It's just like, I don't like this. Why are you not listening?
Some other foods that made the list is ice cream. Ice cream's delicious all times of year.
Agreed. Mm-hmm.
But I also think if you're going to go somewhere and get an ice cream and sit out, it's generally going to be the summertime.
It's going to be the summer, right? If you're going out to get it, for
Correct.
sure. But I will say this. I do feel like in the summer, if I'm eating ice cream, and I do like vanilla ice cream, I'm fine with just vanilla. But I feel like if it's, say, around Christmas time, I want some kind of flavored ice cream.
Right. If you show up at my house in July and you said, hey, I brought some sherbet, I'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
If you showed up in February for the Super Bowl and you said, I brought sherbet.
Like, get out of my house.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're making a punch.
Right. Damn. It's about to be punch, dog.
That's how we made punch when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Lemonade. But also, again, lemonade thrives in the summer. And then I like this. They say hot dogs, corn on the cob, and barbecue chicken. I think most people, like I said this earlier, foods taste better in the summer because a lot of times they're grilled. You're cooking outside, even with it. You don't need a smoker or whatever, but it's still going to have that grill flavor with some smoke to it. Miles, again, you're 100% right. I don't know why. If you specifically make hot dogs in the wintertime, you get all fancy and you're putting chili and cheese.
Yeah. I cut you didn't grill it, right? So I feel like if you didn't grill your hot dog, you'll add more to it. If you do grill your hot dog, like that's 80% of the taste, right? Yeah.
But also, too, in the wintertime, you have like fork and knife hot dogs. Sometimes, where you just you slather the whole thing with chili or whatever you're doing,
You can, but I just don't use a fork and knife.
Not on a hot dog. It's like pizza on hot dogs. Like, dude, deal with it.
Also, I would say this. Do you guys ever have that extra hot dog that doesn't count when you're grilling? You might put a hot dog in a bun. You might put two. Sometimes that grill, there's that one that's just kind of hanging out. It's like, it's a little snack.
That's a snack you just while you're waiting for the other one.
I don't know why. It's only at tailgates. If you're grilling hot dogs, I feel like that one doesn't count. It's just a little snack.
I feel like if you're grilling food, you're more apt to eat some of the food that you're actively cooking.
Well, trust me, you could eat a ton of hot dogs if you didn't put a bun on them.
Oh, God,
sit there and pick them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Probably much better for you.
And then they said, again, big part of grilling, eating outdoors. Plus, I don't like eating in direct sunlight. I do like eating outdoors, though.
Agreed.
Yeah, if you got a little sunshade.
When is the last time you had corn on the cob? My wife hooked it up a week ago, 2 weeks ago. The only sound in our kitchen was our teeth going through corn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, we had some burgers delivered, and they had this awesome fried corn on the cob. And I ate that.
Yeah, I wanted to try that.
It's delicious. 40% of people said they love eating outdoors whenever possible. 58% of them said they wish they could eat outside all year round. I mean, you could put on a jacket.
Yes.
Nothing's stopping you. 31% of people said they're less bothered by eating messy foods in the summer.
Agreed.
Than other times a year.
For whatever reason, you will be an absolute slob. You'll keep talking knowing there's food stuck to your lip in the summer. Wintertime, everyone's breaking down napkins. All couth disappears. I feel like couth and etiquette go sideways if you're eating outdoors.
Yeah, and some messy foods, a lot of barbecue is better outside. You're having a low country boil. You're eating a bunch of crabs.
Shrimp,
that stuff is just better outside. It's going to be messier. And frankly, it's less formal, if you will.
It definitely is. Yeah. By the way, crab feast scheduled for sometime in September. So letting you know now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. Because if I invite you over for dinner in the wintertime, it's like you're going to dress up.
We're inside, though.
Right. Whereas, in the summertime, I expect everybody to be in shorts.
Drop it on the ground, dude. It's cool.
Yeah, roll around in the dirt.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Vancouver Wine and Jazz Festival is back and better than ever. Happening August 25th through 27th at Esther Short Park in Vancouver. Enjoy the music stylings of Sue Foley, Tommy Castro and the Painkillers, Grace Kelly, Pascal Boccar Afro Bluegrass Band, and the Blind Boys of Alabama, and so many more. Taste and savor a variety of Northwest wines, beers, and local restaurants and caterers. To get tickets and learn more, check out visitvancouverwa.com.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up next, we'll drink a toast for the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, BuzzFeed has a list of 22 unwritten rules that actually make a marriage work.
That make a marriage work.
Make a marriage work.
All right.
Just listen to what she says.
Teach me.
Pretty much. Like, I haven't even gone through the list, but I guarantee you it's listen to each other, take each other in consideration all the time.
They're absolutely right. Here's the problem.
Communicate
when you're with
each other.
someone all the time, that's also the person you harbor your aggression with. Right?
Yes.
It's like, of course you want to communicate. Of course you want to do everything right. But we don't live in Disneyland. You
Correct.
live in the real world. Some things you're going to dispute, but this is the person who's on the other side of your bed.
And that's the whole thing, is that if I have a dispute with somebody that I don't care if I see them or not, I'm not going to have the dispute with them. I'm not going to. Right. I'm not going to fight you on this because I don't care. As soon as we say goodbye, I'm never going to see you again, or I'm going to avoid seeing you at all costs. I really like you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but this really bothers me.
But not right now.
Exactly. Like,
Right.
we really need to talk about how to best go about this. So it's just, again, I'm watching this garbage that my wife is watching. Vanderpump Rules. And, oh my God, I love you so much. No, you don't. You like having sex with this person.
Yeah.
That's not love, dude.
That is for the 10 minutes you're doing.
Mike.
Right.
We just call it Pump Rules, dude.
Pump Rules.
The cool people.
You upset, watch it.
You watch any of that, dude?
In between Star Treks.
Attaboy.
You're not going to give us any of the rules, are you?
So you're...
No,
No,
you know
dude.
they are. It's your
All right.
goddamn marriage figured out.
I would also say, I don't know what the rules are. That can work in any relationship.
Right.
Like, you hang out with a buddy long enough, eventually he's going to annoy the crap out of you.
Yes.
It's guaranteed.
And you go, let's take a break for a week.
Exactly. Like, hey, dude, take a breath.
Oh. Sorry, man. Just fire it up.
Calm down a little bit, damn it. Simmer. Check fraud is dramatically escalating.
That's
Who's
crazy.
writing checks? Thank you.
Right. That's the only question I was going to ask. Or maybe they're just like, look, this is our last opportunity to dive into this before checks to disappear altogether.
And that's the whole thing, is that the people that are writing checks don't know that they're being frauded.
I still write checks.
Dude.
Who are you writing checks
Like to what? Like utilities?
Like if my kid needs money, I'll just write her a check. She'll
Oh, that's
deposit it
right.
on her
Okay.
phone.
I want to get on Venmo.
Okay.
Right.
But I know, you don't want that move. But outside of writing checks to, like, a family member, like, I don't pay any bills in checks.
I used to do all my bills and checks, and my wife would laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. And I just said, look, man, at that time anyway, but no one steals my identity. She said, great. She took it all over. It is 100% computer. I don't even know, because they have the automatic thing. They just pull it out of your bank account.
Yeah.
Look, I don't do any of that. She does it all. So I'm just like, all right. So we have a checkbook just in case. But
Like, I still have mine.
I haven't written a check probably in 2.5, 3 years. And you're right. I believe it was a family, like a nephew's birthday or something. Like, I sent him this.
And I think the last time I needed a check for something, I think I went and just got a money order.
I might need to make sure that the address on the corner of my check is the address I live at now.
Mine's not.
That's what I mean. It's
honestly,
like, Jesus.
The last time that I needed checks was to pay like a speeding ticket.
All right.
Before they went updated and just you were able to put a card in online, you could go online and pay your ticket.
All right.
But other than that, I haven't used my checkbook. It's been sitting. I have bought one reel of checks, and that book has sat there forever.
Years ago, when people still wrote checks, my uncle got pulled over. I believe it was in Arizona. He did not live there, but he gets pulled over for speeding. He asked the cop, hey, can I just write the check now? The cop goes, normally we don't do that. My uncle goes, look, dude, I live in Berkeley, California. It's an $85 check. What can I just write the check? Cop's like, fine, just write the check. Nice. Wrote the check.
How long was that stop?
Oh, dude, honest to God. I mean, but this happened probably like in 87 or something. But
sure.
When he got back to his place in California, first thing he did was call the bank and cancel the check. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That was his move.
And he never went back to California.
And he never went back to Arizona. I mean, yeah, he ain't gone. I was like, Jesus. But when you meet him, he's the last guy. I have a couple of uncles that I absolutely would expect that. Like, awesome. Even if you don't cancel it, it's going to bounce kind of thing. But this particular uncle is very uppity, for lack of a better term. So when he told us that story, I'm just like, damn, brother.
Oh, wow.
You go, man.
He canceled the check. That's a power move.
Oh, yeah.
1% of people say their lives are passing by very slowly.
slowly.
I feel like the older you get, the faster it goes.
I base it just on...
Also, we're not in school.
We're not in school, but also I think it's this. One,
God, that drags your
when
life
you
down.
take a year, what % of your life is that?
Correct.
Right? So for me, it's a lot less than my kids. So time moves a lot slower for them. You can say 5 years ago, well, it's like half their freaking
That's
life.
half their life, right.
But one thing, this killed me over the weekend. So my son, because the new Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, whatever thing is out. So he started back at Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Oh, good boy.
And so we finished the first one over the weekend.
Those were good movies.
And at the end of it, there's a funeral.
Yes.
And so everyone's standing around the funeral, and my son goes, man, you guys had cool suits back in the day. I'm like, back in the day?
This is 2000, bro.
2003. But then I thought to myself, he's born in 2012. That's back in the day. Picture anything 9 years before you were born. It's close to it, but it's back in the day.
The thing that the younger generation is doing, and it's all over TikTok, is to people like me is, oh yeah, you were born back in the late 1900s, weren't you?
God, when you call it 1900, like, bro, say 20th century.
Right. Late 1900s.
Late 19.
Doggone it.
Wow.
Man. Like, yes, I was. 1990.
You catch a knuckle sandwich. The smart Alex.
Something.
Oh, damn. Don't worry, you're going to get yours.
Hey. It doesn't matter, though. I'd always make old jokes. People are like, oh, you're going to get old one day. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you old fart.
Here you are.
Now 42. Like, yeah.
Oh, damn it. Americans say the amount of money that they need to consider themselves rich. What do you guys say? You're rich.
Rich.
With this amount of
money I have and the amount of money I make.
The amount of money that you need. There's a line that you need to cross. You cross this financial line and you are officially rich. How much is that line?
Does that include your equity?
Miles, the line that you need to have in order to be considered rich.
Right. I would say $5 million.
You have a house, you have all this stuff, right?
That's equity.
Let's just say it's in the bank.
But I discount the house. I mean, you know what I mean?
I would say $5 million.
$5 million.
Yeah, I'm right there. 5.
5. Ted Smith.
Not wealthy, but rich.
Ted, you're right there. $2.2 million. This is the average that Americans say they need to have in order to be considering themselves rich. So, yeah.
2.2, I'm well off. I'm real well off.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's weird.
$5 million.
I'm rich, bitch.
$1 million does well, but it ain't going to take care of you forever, man.
But again, it depends where you live. So you asked that question in Seattle, based on housing costs, et cetera, et cetera. You're not rich. You can buy a house and you're kind of done, right?
Right.
If I live in Mobile, Alabama, I'm freaking real rich.
Rolling in it, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. So I really do think it depends. Where do you live? What is your cost to live in Seattle? $1 million in a goddamn thing.
No kidding.
You know what I mean? You sell your house. You might not. Sometimes you can sell your house and you can't afford to buy another house at the price you sold yours at.
Yeah, right.
And there's very few places like that. We're one of them.
As we grow up, we learn a lot of different things from our parents, and one of those things is actually housekeeping habits, but sometimes they're not always accurate, which brings us to
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10. 10 housekeeping habits your parents taught you that are actually wrong. This is one my dear old mother used to do. She would wait until the weekend and until the cleaning job was overwhelming and then spend the entire day cleaning and complaining about it. Don't be a psychopath. How about turning those into little bite-sized cleaning morsels throughout the week? That way, your Saturday is open for drinking whiskey.
Nice.
And your Sunday is open for recovery.
My mom did the same thing. Sunday was quote-unquote her chore day. She just, everything that she needed to get done, she got done on Sunday.
Saturday was, in our house, it was Saturday. They would pay the bills, vacuum, clean up.
I do Saturday. I get out of bed, I vacuum the whole house. Do everything I need to do, I do it Saturday. I want it done.
Morning.
Right, morning. When I get out of bed, that's when I start. No thing of doing it, I don't mind the bite-sized chunks, but by the time we get home from work, the last thing I feel like doing is something.
I'm a 2-project-a-day guy. One in the morning, one in the evening.
Okay.
Get it done.
Good man. Oh, easy, man.
Oh, please.
We'll see what happens.
Come on,
please.
dude.
No, we know what happens.
So these are the 10 housekeeping habits that your parents taught you that are actually wrong. And number 10 is leaving the dusting until last.
No, it's first.
No, do it first.
Correct. That's why the healthier habit is to clean from the top down when you start by dusting and end with the floors. You're able to vacuum or sweep away all the dust particles that have floated down to the ground.
I used to do it the other way around, but for that reason, like I witnessed all the dust. I'm like, I just push the scrap on everything I just vacuumed.
I feel like you make that mistake maybe once in your life where you sweep, you mop, you vacuum, you do all that. It's like, oh, I need to dust. And then you start thinking about it objectively, like, I'm just pushing this down to the ground.
Right, I'm just recreating the mess I cleaned.
Number 9, using paper towels to clean everything. The world's a lot more environmentally conscious than it was a couple decades ago, and one old school habit that we know should be broken is using disposable paper towels to clean everything.
I try not to. I really do.
The healthier habit is anything that you can clean with a paper towel, you can clean with something reusable.
A lot of times your dog's tongue comes in handy.
Oh, that's fine.
Molly, come here. Hey, girl. And you're pointing down to the floor, and she takes care of it.
Any food that is spilled, the dog
if it hits the floor, the dog is on it.
Usually, my last dogs, my labs, they were on everything that hit the floor. The Brillo pad's a little bit more picky. If it's a vegetable.
Don't make me clean this up. God damn it.
Just fruit. He doesn't want it.
Your dog sounds like me.
He's nosy about cheese.
Oh, well,
if it's mozzarella cheese, he ain't in, dude.
Huh? Are you kidding?
He wants cheddar cheese.
What's cheddar?
Yeah.
Does he want sharp? Does he want mild? Or does it matter?
I mean, I haven't quite tested that theory.
Try him with extra sharp.
I shouldn't say no. Mozzarella, he's good. Parmesan, he doesn't like Parmesan.
Oh,
I love Parmesan.
I know, right?
Dog.
Picky damn dog. Number 8, ignoring your kitchen appliances.
Okay, I'm all over, man. I can't help it.
My wife is more on that than I am. I don't clean my coffee pot, and she gives me crap about it.
Well, I clean what I use.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. But
I use the stove, top stove, I clean it.
I definitely do the appliances, but also when you have kids, I don't know what kids just automatically have on their fingers, but I got to open the refrigerator, and it's like, what am I touching on the back of this handle?
Yeah.
Why is that there?
My nephew visited my place once, and his fingerprints are still on my TV.
You would think children have 75 fingers on their 2 hands.
And they're greasy. They have the greasiest damn fingers, man. Goodness gracious. These are the 10 housekeeping habits that your parents taught you that are actually wrong. And number 7, not disinfecting the toothbrushes.
I'll be honest, I don't think of it.
I've never done that.
About it.
Says,
how do you disinfect?
The healthy habit is to rinse your toothbrush well after each use and make sure that you're storing it in a place that will let it air dry every week. Sanitize the brush by letting it soak in antibacterial mouthwash or hydrogen peroxide diluted with water.
I have done the mouthwash thing, but only because I kind of like the taste of the toothbrush and it in my mouth. I did not know I was doing something good.
Sure.
But I'm glad that my selfishness went towards something positive.
Another bad habit, wiping disinfectant away immediately. A healthier habit is to read the labels of the disinfectants in your cupboard before you spray and give them the recommended time to work their germ-killing magic before wiping them away.
Yeah, if you want it to work.
So when you just hose them down with Lysol and then wipe it down, you might actually be doing more harm than good.
I'm guilty of that.
Yep.
I think most people are. You don't think about it.
Yeah, right. It's just kind of mindless. Like you spray it down. Probably the time it takes me to walk up, get one of those terrible for the environment paper towels.
Sure.
And then wipe it off.
The only thing that I let set is the toilet cleaner and the bleach that I put in the shower.
I definitely do the toilet cleaner because when I'm looking at the toilet, I understand what I'm looking at.
Oh, yeah.
And you just feel better. Like in the kitchen, you're like, that's food pieces, right? But when I look in the toilet, I guess technically food pieces, but in a different state.
Right. You're right. I'll let the scrubbing bubbles do their scrubbing thing.
Hey, oh.
You pay them well?
What's that?
You pay them well?
Scrubbing bubbles? They're not cheap.
No, they're not. They're not.
Forgetting another reason. I hate cleaning my tub, but whenever I spray that on, I'm like, getting us done.
Oh, I know, man. It's a good feeling.
It also says clean your doorknobs and handles.
I'm pretty good about that, actually.
That was one that was not on my list when I was younger, was cleaning the doorknobs and handles.
Again, I didn't think about it until I had kids.
Light switches,
and
too.
Well, there you go.
I do the light switches again, just having sticky kids. And really, my reality had changed as far as the tactile experience.
Yeah.
I'd open the door, I wouldn't think about it. And then now you have kids, you open the door, and it's like, why did it take my finger an extra half second
to let go?
Unadhere, right? And it's like, ew, dude.
Using too much laundry detergent shows up on the list of the housekeeping habits that your parents taught you that are actually wrong. Which is weird because I took a good look at the Tide Pod container and it told me that you needed to use multiple for fuller loads of the laundry.
They're going to tell you that because the more you use, the quicker you must buy them.
Mr. Hill.
I mean, that's right.
Maybe it's just me. I don't care. I'm always putting at least 2 pods in there.
Okay, good call. My mom used to yell at me for loading the laundry machine too much.
Full, yeah.
Right. It's not going to clean anything. It's just going to slosh around all these clothes in wet water. Like, all right. Overloading the dishwasher comes in.
I've never had a problem with that.
Really?
It always cleans everything. Overloading the the washer for my clothes, different story.
Right. The agitator doesn't have the ability to work.
Yeah.
I don't load it correctly or how people that are worried about it. Well, yeah, the dishwasher's great.
The water comes from below.
I found out from my wife that I never load the dishwasher correctly. In my mind, that's where the plates go, so the silverware goes. Right. But somehow there is a better way.
I had a buddy once that he was like, I opened it up and he's like, "That's how you load your dishwasher?" I say, "If you want to come over and do my dishes, you are more than welcome."
Yeah. Or you can come over and eat off my dishes that are loaded like this.
Right, exactly. Like, are they clean? Let's move on.
Neglecting to clean your cleaning tools.
All right.
Which does cycle into the number one housekeeping habit that your parents taught you that is actually wrong. And I'm kind of guilty of this one. Using the same sponge for everything.
Oh, that I do not do.
Cross contamination.
No. Well, man, like the kitchen sponge is for the kitchen, but specifically the things in the sink. If I'm going to do it countertop, that is a different one.
Yeah.
Bathroom, that sponge stays in the bathroom. Like
stays in the bucket too.
Right. They cannot cross pollinate.
Bathroom uses a couple sheets of paper towel for me. Like everything gets a quick wipe down, and I try to be conscientious of surfaces. But then, it's all.
I'm with you. Kitchen sponge, bathroom sponge.
Bingo.
How often are you terrified by what you see under your toilet seat? My God.
It's all dust, so I'm okay with it.
I don't know what my kids do, but
your kids are nasty.
Just like, oh my God, do you physically remove this toilet seat, turn it upside down, and do your business directly out of it?
No kidding, dude.
It's just stuff splashing up.
And if I see any of that, I know it ain't my wife. I know it's me. So I'm like, oh dang, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing that sucks about living alone. Like you live in a seat and it's a mess. It's like, well, that was you.
A young man in Florida was arrested for threatening two people with pocket knives, but you won't believe why, Miles.
Why did he do that?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, it's going to get tested on the line for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
They called him the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he really was for decades.
He extended his tentacles like an octopus throughout the entire entertainment industry.
Mr. Lou Wasserman.
This is Glitter and Might, an Odyssey Originals documentary podcast series written and narrated by me, Sean Levy. All episodes are available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Mike Hawk. Join me every Thursday at 1 p.m. exclusively on the Odyssey app as we go live with Odyssey. Join in on the action as we cover interesting facts, top 10 lists, and some fun new games. Follow the Men's Room page on the Odyssey app and join in all the fun Thursday afternoons at 1.
Part of the minute to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Good time it is, as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed, and today we toast 45-year-old David Berriton of somewhere in Belgium. Now, speaking about his own family, David explained that, quote, I never get invited to anything. Nobody sees me. We all grew apart. I felt unappreciated. That's why I wanted to give them a life lesson and show them that you should not wait until someone dies to meet up with them. So with that in mind, he faked his own death. He even got his wife and kids on it, having his daughter posting online about the heartbreak at her father's passing and announced the funeral date. Yeah, only about half of his family bothered showing up. Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, man, that's what you get. That is what you get. Do not fake your own death to make people feel bad, because guess what? You're going to find out the truth. Half your family cared.
No.
The other half
That is
did not.
one stat you'll never know, which I think would be awesome.
I don't know if I want to know.
I want to know how many people show up to my funeral.
I might be overwhelmed. I might be underwhelmed. But the thing about this dude, so not only did he fake it, thinking his entire family would show up, when he showed up via helicopter.
Of all the people I know, Ted, you're going to be the one that has like thousands of people.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about it.
I got to break my grandma's record.
What's your, where do you think your grandma was at?
My grandmother was just she worked in the principal's office. She was like the secretary of a grade school in Northeast D.C. I mean, to this day, I can't explain to you the amount of people that were there and the line of traffic.
And those are people that ate the manicotti?
Some of those people are those people.
Yeah. Well, no wonder it's gone.
Yeah.
Should have made more. All right, so we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Thrill, could you please start everyone now? Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Anthony. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola. All right, Anthony, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, I do. So give me the damn drugs.
Ah, the drugs it is, my friend. All right, here is your story. A Sonic employee. You know what? We cover that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me grab you a different drug story. As soon as I started reading it, I'm like, oh, man, I think we already covered this. All right, hang on here. Here we go. A different drug story for you. If I can get it out of the goddamn paper clip. Thank you. A man named Jeffrey Effler. He's now in custody after police officers in Louisiana located him trafficking a small amount of drugs inside of a vehicle driven by him. It was around 10:50 p.m. Officers carried out a traffic stop, the sole occupant of a Nissan Frontier. They pulled him over for a seatbelt violation, as well as having a switch tag. Now, during the encounter, officers were given consent to search the vehicle, and the search revealed a trafficking amount of drugs, which was hidden inside of a Cheetos bag. Now, he's currently charged with felony trafficking of a controlled substance and a seatbelt violation. They just had to tack that one. The question is, what drug was he hiding in a Cheetos bag? Was it crack? Was it meth? Was it flakka? Or was it heroin? So crack, meth, flakka, or heroin. What was he hiding in his Cheeto bag?
Crack would probably make a little bit of sense because Cheetos are a little bit crunchy. What do you guys think?
I'm going to go meth, Anthony.
Okay, Ted?
You know what? Honestly, I'm going meth as well because I feel like meth heads love, like, Cheetos, and any kind of bag of chips.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I mean? Like, whenever I see somebody that's a meth head that's not using meth, they're eating just chips and ice creams.
All right, fair enough.
And that guy called. He said when he wasn't on meth, he'd eat chips and ice cream.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense. Let's all go meth then.
We're all doing meth. All in on meth.
All doing meth.
Those are the Cheetos. Crack, meth, flakka, or heroin. We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
What do Hollywood A-listers, bourbon distillers, and survival experts all have in common? Living life aggressively. Join me, Brian Tome, an adventurer, hunter, and a pastor you grab a beer with, in conversation with intriguing guests squeezing the most out of life. Join millions of listeners growing spiritual muscles. It's as far away from your grandma's stained glass windows as you can get. Search for The Aggressive Life with Brian Tome wherever you listen to podcasts.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Category drugs on profile. This got a man in Louisiana. He was trafficking a small amount of drugs in a Cheetos bag in his car.
That is correct.
Question is, what was in the Cheetos? Crack, meth, flakka, or heroin?
And Anthony, that is the very question we posed to you. You agreed with Miles Montgomery. You agreed with D. Ted Smith.
Yes,
all three of you decided to be meth heads today.
Hell yeah.
You are correct.
It was meth.
Brag to your friends.
We had that guy on yesterday, or it was yesterday we said quitting, and he was like, I quit meth. And he was like, when I didn't do meth, I would just eat chips and ice cream.
Yep.
But I feel like with Cheetos, so universally beloved, doesn't matter what drug you're on. If you have a chance to eat Cheetos, eat Cheetos themselves are a drug.
But not a good snack food to eat in the car with all the dust. Like you have dust all over your steering wheel.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, Cheetos, that's definitely bad.
Yeah. Now for all TV news all time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
This will take a minute to get there, but I watched a very interesting show last night on the American History Channel.
All right.
It was the Mafia versus the KKK.
All right.
Yeah, I know.
Think I'm on the mob side.
Most people are.
Yeah.
So the KKK, right? If people don't know, the Ku Klux Klan, it starts after the Civil War. You got a bunch of Southerners who don't like the fact that they don't have free labor anymore.
Right.
They don't want black people to be in politics, this and that. They're a terrorist organization.
Of course.
They run around, they're lynching people, they're doing all that horrible stuff. Then the KKK, after, I forget which president it was, he was like, oh, we got to stop these idiots. So it kind of goes away. And then around the turn of the 1900s and stuff.
When Mike was born, yeah.
Yeah. So you get into like the, you get into the early 1900s. Now you've got a bunch of blacks, African Americans, who have fought in World War I for the country. And now when they move back, they're like, we don't really want to go back to the South. Like, they don't really like us there. So they all moved to northern cities.
All right.
And there's job opportunities and stuff.
Yeah.
The northern cities also at this point are flooded with immigrants. So the Southerners, the bad ones, the Ku Klux Klan kind of people who think of themselves as like real Americans because they're just white.
Yeah.
They hate this. They can't stand it. But the movement builds up. This is when the Klan's at its height, right? Those are the famous pictures of them marching on D.C.
Right.
There is millions of members, and they have members all over. But they're not doing any of that other stuff at this point. They're just like a political organization.
Correct.
Now, here's where they make their first mistake. They're big on the temperance movement, banning alcohol. Why? Because who owns all the breweries? Germans.
Okay.
Right? You got to keep in mind, when they come back in the turn of the century, right, early 1900s, it's not just about blacks anymore. It's Jews, it's Catholics, it's Irish, it's Italians. They hate everybody. So they're big on the temperance music, which is fine. They think it's going to help. It backfires completely because now you have all these street gangs who are doing just like little thug stuff, robbing people on the street in New York and everything. Hey, look, I'm Irish descent. It's mostly Irish and Italians.
Right.
But now at this point, they realize they can bootleg liquor. So they get smarter. They basically the Ku Klux Klan, when hoping to hurt people in that way, they basically create the modern mafia, right? So now the mafia is getting powerful. They're all learning from, Rothstein or Ross. There's this famous kind of gangster Jewish dude.
Right.
So he's like, oh, I'll teach the Irish and the Italians. Like, cool. So now they're all running this stuff. And frankly, while the Klan does intimidating things, how they get away with their stuff is numbers and preying on a single dude or something.
Of course.
Right. And also, I was going to say the other thing at that time is that movie comes out, Birth of a Nation.
Yep.
And it makes the Klan seem like these heroes, and there's white actors and blackface that are like raping white women. So like people are like, oh, we're fans of the Klan, and they don't, you know what I mean? They're not thinking about
understanding the whole thing.
Correct.
Sure.
So here's another interesting thing: they kind of create modern jazz because you have jazz in New Orleans and stuff, right? But now that there's speakeasies, not bars. Remember, saloons were for men.
Right.
So men and women don't mix where there's alcohol. Black and whites don't mix where there's alcohol. Immigrant groups don't mix. Now there's speakeasies. They're illegal. There's no real rules. So everybody's mixing together. They're having fun. And these jazz musicians start meeting famous, Jewish musicians or Gershwin. And that's how you come up with, this is when Louis Armstrong, all these guys are like super popular because they start, it's a good mashup. It's like how you get some of the best stuff in this anywhere in my mind. But especially in the States, is like combining cultures. So all this stuff happens. The Klan, of course, keeps losing power. Then they kind of, basically, the mafia almost runs them out because it's bad for business.
Of course.
Yeah, and they're like, and the Klan is like, they'll go to like, Kentucky and knock over an old dude still. Like, you ain't going to Chicago and mess with the gangsters.
No.
And Hollywood at this point is the complete opposite. Now all they show is gangster films. Gangsters are super popular, and the only time the Klan shows up is showing what they really are, which is terrible and intimidating people. But it was super interesting, and the gangsters almost end up breaking down the Klan as we know it. But it was just awesome. I was like, I can't imagine putting that much work and effort to hate groups, and then basically you create the stuff that you hate the most. Like they hate at speakeasies because it's everybody's having fun together, and everything, and it's like, right? I don't know.
What was the what's the series?
It's on American History Channel. Okay. You got to, look, I dive deep into those channels. It's right up there. Like, if you like National Geographic, Discovery, those channels are all kind of bunched near each other and everything.
Always, yeah.
Right. So that's how I got on that one. I forget the name. I should have written it down. But it was just like famous battles. But they put the tree lines and everything. Because when it starts, they're like, did you know the KKK helped create modern jazz? And I'm like,
all right. Come on. I got to know.
I got to watch this. I got to know what's going on here. And the thing about the brewer, I didn't even think about it. I'm like, because when you think of the South, you think of bootleggers and you think of whiskey. And I'm like, what was their beef with booze? And it's like, because the Germans owned all the breweries. And they wanted to put them out of business.
Huh.
Yeah. Super interesting stuff. I love the fact that jazz singers hooked up with Gershwin.
Yeah. Is it called Gangland?
It is not. Okay. It is not. It's not one of those ones.
My bad.
That's all right, man.
Shut up, Mike.
Let's see. Salma Hayek. Everybody likes her.
No, dude.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you remember where you first saw her?
I think it may have been Dusk Till Dawn.
So Dusk Till Dawn, or
I don't think I knew who she was
Banditas.
before.
What's Zorro, right?
No, she was not in the Mask of Zorro.
She was not.
No.
I sound like a racist.
Penelope Cruz, I believe.
I don't know if she was in that one. Mask of Zorro was Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, okay.
Right. I mean,
with Anthony Hopkins, right?
All ugly women.
Yeah, terrible.
Banderas.
And Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. Black Mirror season 6. That's on Netflix. There's an episode that features Salma Hayek. Basically, she plays a celebrity version of an everyday woman who gets a TV show, a TV drama based on her life. She says, quote, there's so many moments that shocked me in the script. There is one huge one that I had to come to terms with, and it made me ask myself, do I really want to do this? Am I going to get into trouble? But basically, she was like, I loved it.
All right, good, man.
Yeah. It's as if I created an alter ego where I could do the most disgusting, grotesque things that I would never in my life do. It's been absurd and a lot of fun, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and to play an interpretation of myself.
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, I would, right. Like, if I was an actor, like, I would be like, give me gangster roles. Like, give me roles.
I want to be the worst person on screen.
Yeah.
I want to be Hannibal Lecter. I want to be like, man, let me be the bad guy.
Yeah. But see, I'm a good person, so it'd be hard for me.
Jesus. Girl nailed it.
Right, I was like, man, it's like he's a natural.
It read from the script.
The one movie we were in, right? I killed a hooker.
That is true.
Yeah.
You know who's most likely to do that? Me.
Probably Mike.
It'd be Mike.
Yeah,
because Mike would have to cover his trail.
He doesn't fit the description.
Right.
And I'd be really good at covering my trail, too. I think ahead.
Where'd you grow up, Mike? What was the closest river?
Enumclaw was, the closest river was,
It's in the water.
Green River. So a couple weeks ago, there's a story about Pete Davidson and Colin Jost. And they had bought a ferry.
Oh, yeah, the old Staten Island ferry. What, is it like broken down or something and they restored it, I believe?
Right. They bought that Staten Island ferry boat together. So then Pete came out and was like, oh, man, we were so stoned when we bought it. I don't know what we're going to do with it. Like, we really haven't thought about it. Colin says in a new Instagram post he was stone cold sober. And he also sounds like he has a plan. Says, we're excited to prove the non-believers wrong. You're going to be begging to get on this ferry in 2 years, mark my words.
Nice.
He also announced he's got a stand-up tour calling it Ferry Money Tour.
Yep, Ferry Money. All right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, I don't know what Colin Jost does or doesn't do. He strikes me as a guy, like, right, because in his intro, he's got like a glass, like, he strikes me as a very high-end bourbon, like has some,
right,
like with like one giant ice cube. I don't know that I picture him sitting around just getting stoned with Pete Davidson.
I feel like he might sit around and get stoned with Pete Davidson, but not on the regular. I feel like if he said, look, I'm going to get stoned, but it's because Pete's coming over. Like, that's my guy I get stoned with.
I also could picture Pete Davidson being like, yeah, we were so high that night. And then Colin being like, dude, I didn't even smoke. Like, you were that stoned that night.
I came home, you were already on my sofa.
Right. And he's like, yeah, I agreed to buy the ferry, but like, I was sober. It's like,
right.
You ever have a friend like, I mean, I have had that bunch of times.
When you get looped into like, no, that's what you did. I was there, but that's what you did. We did not do anything.
Yeah. Or like, right, I went to something last summer. I had something going on during the day. So I had shown up very late to where everybody was hanging out. They were like, oh my God, can we go back into that bar? Like, we were hammered, this and that. I was like, I had a beer.
Right.
Which is rare for me.
Right.
I
can go back into that bar.
Right. Like, it was not an issue for me. Either way, though, Colin Jost, like, he's a funny enough famous guy. Like, maybe he turns it into a nightclub. Maybe he turns it into like
something silly, but I believe it'll be something silly, but something you want to be a part of.
Also, does the boat stay docked?
I don't know.
Or does it go on a sunset cruise and all that stuff? Like, is the boat going to be operational?
I don't know.
Whenever you buy a boat, man,
Right.
you're just dumping money.
For sure.
So he's docking it.
But I get the feeling don't make money, whatever it is they've decided to do.
Yeah, and honestly, ferry boats are so big, you could have two separate zones. You could be like in the Colin bar, or you could be in the Pete area.
I think I would start in the Pete area and then go to the Colin area, because I think it's more important to smoke before you drink.
See, I'm the opposite.
Really?
I'd start off being classy with the Colin stuff, and then I'd go down to the basement and be like, all right, let's get it.
Why is he in the basement? We know why he's in the basement.
It's Pete Davidson. Like, his is going to be like a weird nightclub. Like, you never know who you're going to run into and stuff.
You're not dressed appropriately. You're not wearing sweats.
Yeah, like if I walked in and it's just like a room full of pillows, and it was just like, I don't know, him and Snoop sitting there and being like, would you like an orange juice? I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
There's Taco Bell down there.
Kid about Taco Bell, dog.
We're talking about Black Mirror. That is out today. Hey, if you're a golf fan, good news. The U.S. Open's on the West Coast. So you can watch live golf tonight.
There you go.
Star Trek? No.
Yes, Miles, you are correct. Star Trek.
Strange New World.
Strange
fan.
New World.
I know you're sick of saying it.
My
Come
bad.
on, man. Come on.
Dude, it's just, I've been,
Yeah,
I'm all flustered.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go, man. Ask the woman what kind of perfume she's wearing. She replies, Juliet has a gun. Meanwhile, a Penn State professor and his colleague go for a lovely walk in a Forest State Park to soak in the sun. Florida man asks for a ride to GameStop, and when the person says no, he pulls out a knife. A robber apologizes to victim on Facebook, saying he's sorry and needs a life. And parents send out an honest invite to their kid's birthday party. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, our top story. We go to Florida, where a man just wanted a lift. Reports came in that the young man became agitated when he asked for a couple friends to give him a ride to a gaming store. My guess is GameStop. Fueled by his rage, the man went to the bedroom and grabbed a couple of pocket knives, threatening his now victims with violence. The victims were able to disarm him and demand that he leave, which he did, but not before hurling a knife from the kitchen at them.
Damn.
Police were called and he was tracked down and arrested. Just because he needed a ride, man.
I'm guessing he had to be on something, man. Well, it didn't have to be. I would just feel better if he was.
I think he's just volatile, to be honest with you. It's just the evidence that I'm seeing there, I don't know if he was actually on something. I think he's just nuts.
You think so?
I'm just going to throw that out there. I just think he's nuts. In other news, to Ontario, where a drunken man called police after a woman threatened him. Officers arrived on the scene where he explained that he had made a comment to a woman about the perfume that she was wearing, simply saying that he liked the fragrance, which he says she responded to by her saying that she had a gun. When they questioned the woman, most of the details were true. Most of them were true, but caused a little miscommunication because what she said was, quote, Juliet has a gun, which is the name of the fragrance that she was wearing.
Oh, yes.
Yes. The incident was resolved, and the incident was resolved peacefully after that. Why would you... Why is your fragrance named Juliet has a gun?
I know.
I don't know. I mean, it's perfume or cologne. They have the weirdest names.
They got odd names. I get it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
what does pois mean? Anus.
Oh,
so he goes, you smell very nice.
Right. Oh, Juliet has a gun.
All right. And then he goes, oh, damn, you got a gun?
He was also drunk. So her responding with Juliet has a gun.
Okay.
He just thinks that she's nuts and speaks in third person.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but nowadays, I don't think I would compliment somebody on their scent.
Agreed.
Unless I knew them.
Agreed. You don't just kind of throw that out there. You're in an elevator or something like that, like, oh, you smell nice.
Yeah.
And even then, that's an odd thing to tell somebody.
I think the proper way to do it is say, you smell real pretty.
But I mean, sometimes it's the truth. Sometimes we get an elevator, guy or girl, just like, damn, that is a nice cologne.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you wearing?
Exactly. Oh, someone's
not like in our office yesterday.
Oh, my God.
All right. That's truth. Penn State strikes again, as another one of their instructors was caught performing lewd acts. Local state forest footage was released to authorities after the man was discovered walking his dog along the trail to a secluded area where he proceeded to perform inappropriate acts with his dog, seemingly attempting to film it with a tablet.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
He wanted evidence.
Doing lewd acts with what?
With his dog, his collie.
Collie.
It's collie.
I don't know why that makes it worse to me.
I know. I don't know why either.
Lassie, no.
The professor was eventually identified as officers searched his home. He copped to the crime. He basically was like, I'm dead. I know why you guys are here. Saying that he does it to, quote, blow off steam.
I mean, is that the dog's name, Steam?
Right. Like...
Thanks, Ed.
He's facing several charges and has been relieved of his duties at the university. Dude, that's not blowing off steam. Okay. Look, I get it. Everybody's got their kinks, and you cannot explain your kink, but there are some kinks where you leave it in your head.
What did he teach? Do we know?
Yes. It was like bioengineering or something like that.
Okay.
Back in my day, Mike, we got a porn magazine.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's all you needed.
You just looked at porn or used your memory bank.
What is this porn/memory bank you speak of, Ted Smith? I can only, have alone time if I'm actually performing the acts.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
God. That is it for your headlines with that. Lassie, come home. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow for the beginning of the weekend. Aaron Jones on the show.
Indeed.
Yes, lovely Taryn Daly's up next.
Yes, indeed. It's all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about to stop it for 180 seconds or so. So until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The men's room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Call State Farm agent Sierra Belleville in Bellingham today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.